Speedy had salad.
Yeah.
And fed me salad, and I am impressed. Salad and tomato.
Oh, what's this? For the salad.
Injection, fellas.
Roll out loud with Speedy and Friends.
You know who that was?
It is now time.
I owe her a check.
Content may be a little vulgar, subject matter may be a little rough, but
Robbie?
guaranteed to be fun.
Headphones are
So
next to
sit
the
back, get ready to ride with the Rollout Show. It is time to laugh.
Anybody move, I'll blow your fucking head off.
Here we are, bitch. It is Roll Out Live with Speedy and Friends, and I'll be. I get your pen.
Speedy.
Up in this.
Biatch.
House.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
That was not exciting. That was
His house.
horrible.
Can we do it again?
Can we do this shit again? I mean, yeah. Nick, I need a pen. Oh, should be.
Heaven high, roll out.
Need a
Oh,
pen.
he has one right there, right?
No, those are markers. Again, it's Roll Out Live with Speedy and Friends, and I'll be
Speedy.
up in this.
Biatch.
There you go. That's a little bit of a tangent. I didn't hear you say it.
I did. Say it one more time.
Up in this.
House.
Oh.
We're not really in the house.
Okay, what about it? One more time. One more time.
Up in this.
Studio.
I don't hear your microphone, so don't worry about it.
Studio.
Well, we gotta wait for the
Studio.
board guy to get there.
Studio.
We have a board guy. We have a board guy.
Sound
Sound
engineer.
engineer.
Sound engineer.
In the studio.
Sounds like he's been doing it for years.
Call him the board guy. He gonna cut it up.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. Try again,
I
Tangie.
like all these gadgets. Okay, ready?
Up in this.
Studio.
No, I don't hear you, Mike. Maybe it's you.
What?
I don't hear your mic.
Studio.
Don't hear you.
Can you hear mine?
I'm trying not to.
Let's see.
Anyway,
Sheba, baby.
at the table for the first time, my daughter, she's a graduate
Yeah.
from Clark. We couldn't go because of the fucking pandemic. And now we got. Yeah. And now we got. Sorry's at the building. Seattle's on. And now we got.
What up? It's your girl Ada, aka Lotte Mama.
Elote ma. You want some corn? We got the corn on sale. We're
You
going
didn't
to
do
ship it
right,
out.
Speedy. You said corn, bitch. That sounded
Corn.
good.
I've never called her a bitch in my
Yeah.
life.
No, you didn't call her. a bitch.
I've
You said-
never used those words around
Yes,
Elote
yes.
mama. I never have.
How dare you?
And my daughter's here.
How
I don't say the word bitch when she's here.
Turn your back.
That's right.
Can't say it in front of you.
And else we got
Tangie Ambrose in the studio.
55.
Heaven high. I'm 55.
Man,
Yeah.
there's some 35s going. What in the green?
Yes.
Don't do drugs. Don't drink alcohol.
Yes.
I'm 60. She's 55. Just figure it out. And else we got.
Robbie Perron, how y'all doing, Roll Out Radio?
Now, if you do drugs, alcohol. No, I'm not saying Robbie.
Oh.
Robbie, Bruce Lee.
Oh yeah, he's
But I
Bruce
am your
Lee.
drug of choice.
Oh, too soon. Way too soon. At the marble table, the one, the only, the honorable.
Shalom to the people.
I really
My
like
son
it.
works. You all right, son?
What's up?
Sound like you
Tired.
What's up?
The
You
puppies.
up all night? Wait, man. Be careful what you ask for.
Yeah, right. That's why I'm playing.
Them puppies don't know about shit. They just hungry. Walk me.
Yeah, they got a little.
Gotta
fight club.
piss.
They got a little fight club going on.
Aw.
every like 2 hours. It's so funny. All they do is wake up, they fight, then they pass out, wake up, eat, fight, pass out. Then at 2 in the morning, they got a fight club. They wake up at 2 in the morning, they all start fighting. They
And
wake
you-
up,
that
they
mean
wake
you
up
gotta
at
get
6.
up.
Dang.
Then they wake up at 6 and they do it again.
Oh, that sounds fun. For them.
It's cool.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
You like dogs? You have a
I
dog.
love I dog sit for people. I love dogs.
Even dogs you
I
don't know?
almost brought Cinnamon.
I'm
yes.
glad you didn't.
I almost brought Cinnamon today.
She named the boy Cinnamon.
Wow.
Is he
One-
gay?
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's very masculine.
Nah.
Your
It's
boy
kinda tiny.
Cinnamon.
It's kinda
And there
tiny.
are more boy dogs named Cinnamon.
Was he the
Excuse
same
me.
dog you brought to the Pride Parade?
The Pride. Wait, were you at the Pride
So
Parade?
sometime,
I wasn't.
Tangie,
I wasn't.
sometime,
Oh, okay.
Tangie,
Why did-
Robbie
I
does
know.
jokes that we know nothing about.
Okay.
So you just have to just,
Okay.
you know. Right.
Okay.
You want to try it again? Let's try it again.
Okay,
do
go
it again.
ahead.
Do
Go
it
ahead.
again.
Wait a minute. How am I supposed to laugh or comment or
The
what?
confusion
Have
on
fun with
Tangie's face.
Have fun with it. Okay.
And
Have fun with
She
it.
was
Okay.
like,
Action.
what?
Yeah, go back to your dog named Cinnamon.
Oh yeah.
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 There's a lot of dogs.
Yeah.
Is he gay?
No, he's not gay. He's very masculine.
The Pride
Pride
Parade.
Parade. Right.
No, I'm shut the fuck up.
You gonna leave
You
us
learned your lesson.
Whispers. Pride Parade. That's funny.
Now, Zari, tell everybody what you went to school for.
Business administration.
Stay close to the mic.
Oh, business administration with a concentration in marketing,
Which means
Yeah.
what?
which means business administration.
Which
with a
mean-
concentration in marketing.
Which means
I've never heard with concentration.
Which means
Yeah.
that she can help you get the rollout show more
Marketing.
publicity.
Actually,
She can help you take
I do
this
not
show
like your
to
tone.
another level.
I don't like your tone or delivery. Just so
That's
you know.
what that means.
That's
Do-
exactly
That
what-
means
yeah.
utilize her skills, whether you
Marketing.
understand
She
or
just
not.
graduated.
And Clark is
I
all
got the
about
degree.
communications and things. So Clark is excellent.
She just
for
graduated.
talk
that.
about it.
She does
Hello.
really
Talk
good.
about it.
One question.
Yes.
Communications.
You just graduated from Clark.
I graduated last year. Yeah.
My no shit. My godson. No. Darius Roddy Moore. He,
Oh, okay.
Wait, you know?
I had some classes with him. Yeah.
Oh Lord,
hmm
What happened?
was
What's
he
it-
like
well-
Robbie?
Where are we going with this, right? Because Robbie always goes somewhere weird,
My God.
and the next minute he's gonna be like,
But what's
I
so
felt-
interesting? Look at what's
Yeah.
going on over here.
"Hey, he got
Yeah.
snapped. He ain't as bad as
Oh
Wanza,
my
but he right there."
gosh.
And he's an adult.
This
too.
is
That's
like
the crazy
this is
part.
like
That's a lot of sugar.
this is a lot of Robbie.
Yeah.
Are you gonna spank me?
You enjoy. Here, you go ahead.
Yeah, you eat your
Go
candy.
ahead and eat your candy. Eat
You know
your
what they say about a dude,
candy.
you know that sugar. Right?
Eat your candy.
It's called your take.
I wasn't allowed to eat it when I was younger.
You make it up for
Good
him.
reason.
But Darius did the same thing. He was business admin. When they say dual concentration, that's like we would say a first major, second major.
Yeah.
Now they call it.
Oh, I was
dual
going to say because I
Yeah.
never heard that before.
Yeah. So
I
like,
have.
Yeah.
So like my concentration,
They
that's
called
my
it that in my
focus
day,
because you know
too.
business administration, you can do all types of stuff. So you could do finance or whatever, but my focus was marketing.
Yeah, I
Which
knew- I
is
knew that.
excellent.
I knew that.
That's good.
So maybe she can help me too.
Yeah.
My
Nice.
sister went to Clark and she majored in communications and she's working for Morehouse School of Medicine.
I
She
know
does
that's right.
traveling. She's in New
Oh.
Orleans. She just, so that's,
Nice.
that's the
Wait a minute,
bomb.
you gotta
I'm
say you ain't
very
no
proud
sister?
of you.
Thank you.
I do. My daddy had a daughter
Oh,
and a
your
son.
other sister.
Don't worry, when she comes, she's coming on so she can set you straight because she's a
she-
hot
she
New
your-
Orleans
She's the other sister.
Clark graduate who will let you have it.
Well, hold on.
With
Sorry,
an-
I gotta get a
with
picture
an
real quick so
accent.
Darius will see you.
I don't know if he gonna remember me.
That's creepy.
We can
No.
talk.
I know.
He
He's
was
gonna
just
send
a
it to her right now.
classmate.
Robbie, that's not how phones work.
I don't know.
Robbie,
Right
we
in-
don't take
like
pictures of
right
strangers and
now.
go,
It's-
hey, I got your friend here.
It's the sugar.
No, it's
Like
the
right
short-
now?
Darius graduated at the same time, and my niece is there now at Clark. She
I'm
plays
gonna look
tennis.
up what sugar
Okay.
does to the
Kelly
body.
Thompson.
Hold on.
Kelly Thompson. So
Okay.
she plays tennis. She's a freshman at Clark.
That's
Speedy,
what's up.
you're
That's cool.
see, and you can tell how
my
good she is at what she does because you see how she looked interested in what he was saying.
She did?
She did.
We
she,
never looked
look.
at
No,
interested
this
in
is what
Robbie.
she did. Look, she looked. She nodded like she was really listening, and then she said,
Processing.
and then she commented on it. She said, "Oh yeah,
Okay, that's
yeah,
okay.
that's
Let's
what's
let
up.
me see if I
That
I
was
never
good.
did. Let's go.
Okay, watch this. Watch this.
Watch how I
So right now, Speedy, my cousin is at Morehouse.
do. Oh, that's dope.
And he's majoring in communications. And I got another cousin at Morehouse that's playing tennis. See, Speedy didn't do well.
No.
No.
You stop listening
Nah,
to
nah,
that. Cousin,
he-
that's
Right?
what-
No,
Yeah.
I thought listening when she
Yeah.
said Speedy. I said, shit.
But you did fantastic.
Thank you.
That was excellent.
So Tangie had a Nick. So I get a call from Mari. We're gonna do a surprise birthday at her house. I was like, all right, whatever. Now I've
Tangie's
never
house?
no Mari's. I never met Mari's husband. I know she has one, but as far as I know, he comes when the bill need to be paid. I don't know. So I get there. And a little Japanese dude there. I was like, hey,
you bow?
hold on.
You
Hustle,
you about to get in trouble. You about
Hustle,
to
dude.
let me text her right now. You about
My
to
man
get-
he about I'm gonna take the foul. He about 4-3.
I would have been like,
Hello, you are reading?
Yo, we.
I'd have been like, you have disrespected my family.
So I get there and I say,
I must
okay.
destroy you.
So I guess I'm the first one to the surprise party.
Yeah.
But they 4 minutes away. I'm like, well, who's gonna show up between now and 4 minutes? So my trying to be not caught. I park my shit way down the street. I'll walk down, sitting in the house chilling. Again, this is the first time I met Mari's husband, so ain't no conversation going. Ooh. It's crazy.
Go ahead, keep talking.
It's
I'm
crazy.
telling on you.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got wait till you plug it in. So anyway, so 4 more people show up.
There you go.
4 more people show up. It makes sure we got that clear. 4 more people show up for the surprise party. I went, now this is the bullshit.
That's a surprise right there.
Sure enough. But here's the most beautiful thing about Tangie. She screamed like it was 400 people in that
That's
goddamn
how you
room.
gotta do it, Tangie. Turn up.
That door opened, and then we said, surprise! And she said, oh my God, Jesus! I was like, it's 4 of us.
One of y'all should have hid so it could be more.
Oh, that
people
would have
up
been
there.
funny.
Well, we couldn't hide because it's an open kitchen. Because Mari had the house redone, so everything is open. So ain't nowhere to hide. So we all went, surprise!
Did you have small talk with her husband? He was the only guy there.
He was there for a minute and then he left.
Was he the only guy there?
It was me.
That's what I'm saying. And
No, he
No,
left.
he wasn't the only guy.
He
there.
left for a minute. So I'm just in Mari's house like, okay.
Y'all didn't do small talk or nothing?
Nah, bro.
You know you go to a brother house
Yeah,
talk about
you
basketball
talk-
or the game.
Nothing?
I said he was 4-1.
He is
You
not.
didn't ask him about like
Bruce Lee
yeah.
shit.
Y'all know Speedy
MMA?
is exaggerating. Y'all know
So what
he's
about that Naomi
exaggerating.
Osaka?
yeah, I'm sure he
She's
like
a black
Y'all
bitch.
know he's
But again, Tangie is the
exaggerating.
best ever because she screamed and yelled like it was 3,500 people in that room. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
That's Vernon.
I wanted to say happy birthday to Tangie first.
For what?
Before she get to screaming and talking crazy. Well, she don't talk crazy. Before she get to asking me 100 different questions.
That's just because I
care about
miss you, Vernon. Hey, Vernon, thank you so much for calling in to tell me happy birthday. That's really special. Thank
See,
you.
I wanted to get that out the way before I get to cussing folks out. What's going on?
Well, Vernon, I needed you at the surprise party. I would have made 5.
Let me see the men. We had Speedy,
It was 5. It was 4.
William.
Yeah.
See, I really don't do
Rodney,
surprise. I really don't.
Shelley.
We don't do surprise parties over here because you can fuck around and get shot fucking around.
Yep. Well, she couldn't hit nobody. It was only 4 of us.
Oh, that's funny.
She missed everybody. Pow. Oh, shit.
But see, let me tell you, this is what. Well,
Thank you, Vern.
wait. Let me. Okay. So this is what happened. My birthday, after my kids sang, it was wonderful. Then my BFF came and picked me up.
That would
She
be
said, "We're
Mari.
going somewhere," and
So just people know that they refer to each other as BFFs the whole time. If you're ever around them, it's kind of annoying because she goes, "My BFF," and they act like we ain't shit. But you know. Go ahead. What's your
Speedy,
story?
you my BF,
What is that?
best friend.
Aw.
All right, go ahead.
I love you, Speedy.
Tell your story.
Okay, so I go outside. I didn't know where I was going, and I see Maria Isabel in the car, who was Mari's BLF, best Latino friend.
I thought she was the maid.
And her birthday was
She's not the maid?
Speedy.
some stuff we
Why all
cannot
Latinos
say
gotta be
on
maids?
the air.
Oh,
I'll tell you the
Speedy.
truth after we get off.
I saw her cleaning up, nigga.
So she's a
Sorry.
wonderful person, though. It's a
sorry.
long story. Anyway, her birthday is June the 3rd.
Oh, okay.
So, and I'm June the 4th.
Oh,
so I
got
walk
it.
out to the car, and she's sitting in the back seat, and I'm like, what's going on? And I look, and there's Melanie Camacho and Tanika. And I'm like, I'm surprised. And then, because
That was your surprise?
that was, well, no, I don't want to mess up their ears. So then we're just driving, and Mari, I'd be seasick. So we drove for a couple of hours, and then they blindfolded me, and I
For 4 people.
ended up in a spa.
Oh.
And we were in like the largest salt cave in, I think they either said in California or they said in the world. I don't know, but
Where's that at?
Oh, I
it's
like
in
that.
Santa Barbara. And we
Nice.
meditated, and I made salt angels in the salt.
So what is the salt supposed to do for you?
the salt gets rid of, like those salt lamps, how it gets rid of the negativity because they have negative ions.
Yeah.
And so laying in the salt, it does.
I need them in my house.
It does a lot of stuff.
You really want one?
Oh, nice.
'Cause I got a salt
I
lamp.
don't like how you said that.
No, I have a salt lamp that I don't use anymore. I have 2 of them, and I can give
Did you
one.
make
Oh,
it?
well, I'll take one too.
No. I bought one.
If he
maybe
doesn't use
15
them.
15 years ago. Then
Well, is it that you
I'll,
don't? No,
I'll
it's
take
not. It's
one
not
that's
that you
big.
don't.
Oh yeah, if you don't want it. Oh,
My
you want
Chanting
that?
bowl?
You want the chanting bowl?
No.
Any of that you don't want, I'll take it for my birthday.
Tangie, he just.
He said he has 2 lamps. You can have one, and I can have
Say you
one.
can have the bowl. That's my friend.
Excuse me. Ask him how long has he known me?
Robbie, who have you known longer?
You. No.
God damn, she gets you for real.
Who are you happier to know?
Yeah.
Speedy.
I got one better than that. Who hooked you up?
Speedy. Well, I can't top none of that
Can't
because
top
I
none of
ain't
that.
got nothing to
Give
give.
me the bowl.
I can. Will somebody
So what
hand
does
me
the bowl
another
do?
Snicker bar or something I can handle, Robbie?
What does the bowl
gotta
do?
say this to you.
What does the bowl do?
Oh, the bowl? It's
Yeah.
a chanting bowl.
I know what it is, but I mean, what's it supposed to
It
do?
just intunes
Sound
you with the
healing.
heart.
Yeah.
They all
You
have.
gotta you hit a frequency.
Frequencies.
Yeah.
And once you hit a frequency, you just meditate to it.
Yeah.
And then I need a salt rock in my house.
Salt
Yeah.
Lamp.
lamp.
Yeah.
And if you don't do the salt lamp, what you could do is take some Himalayan salt, and you could put like an inch of it in a glass, and then put water in there, mix it up, and put it under your bed, and that will also clear the negativity. Like if you're like a person like me that takes on a lot of people's energies, then you got to clear that off. Otherwise, you'd be crazy. That's why I'm
Yeah.
saying.
My mother
I've
used to
known
say.
you a long,
right.
long time.
It
and
doesn't even count now.
She moved her mic
It's
on
done.
mute. Like anyway.
It's done. You let me down, and it's my birthday
That's why when you're in 2 minutes, they go, look, I'm out. You just-
You
No,
know.
and I have to say that you have been always wise
too late,
like this
Robbie.
for a long time.
It's over.
It's not
Oh,
nothing new.
thank
No,
you.
but it's the truth. It's not
over,
nothing.
bro.
It's nothing new.
No, well, he can say that.
So the
Speedy. That's
energy,
important.
let's
Go
make sure you
ahead.
got it clear. So everyone should have a lamp.
So,
Well, everybody
mother
doesn't
used to
have to
say-
have
my
one,
mother
but it
said-
is great.
My mother said for every person you sleep with, you take on
Yep.
Yeah.
their.
Soul ties.
She was trying to keep you from being a hoe. It didn't
Yeah.
even
It
help.
didn't.
It didn't help. You got 14 kids.
Wow.
But at least you were a smart hoe. You picked good women. I do love and respect that, Speedy. You picked really good women.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? It's Tangie's birthday.
I kind of agree with Tangie with that whole taking on people's energy and it can drive you crazy type of thing.
That was
But
it.
there's a way to get that off. But
How?
there's a way to get that off of you without even having to worry about it.
How's that, Vern?
Tell them get the fuck away from me.
That don't
That's
work all
how
the
you
time.
do that.
That don't work all
Yes,
the time.
yes,
Vern.
it do.
Sometimes they come back
Yes,
over
it
anyway.
do. But see,
Sometimes they
here's the
leave
thing.
something. They leave shit like a purse. They
Speedy.
comb,
Energy.
lotion.
Speedy.
Lotion.
Speedy, here's how
Shoes.
this is how you do that. This is how you get rid of people who you really don't want around you. Tell them, go ahead on. I don't want to be around you no more.
Yeah, but that don't.
If you're honest with people, up front instead of just playing these games and lying to folks, you won't. It's a lot
What if
of
I
times
just
that
don't
you
call
have
them
to
no more?
deal. I'm not. That's exactly what I'm saying. If you don't want to be bothered with people, cut them out of your life. Then you don't have to be bothered with it no more. That's one thing. Then another thing is if somebody's getting on your nerves, tell them, look, you getting on my nerves. Go ahead on about your business. I ain't got time for that.
But Vern, everyone doesn't have that demeanor. Like I'm more or less. Thank you for the phone call. We take that and run. I take that. I'll just go and I don't call you no more.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what happens. I just boom. And you? What do you do, Rob?
Same thing. I just say I won't pick up the phone or anything. I won't call you. I just leave. If I don't like you, I won't talk to you.
And let's say they're
but
still texting you.
we're
though.
talking about something different.
I ignore it.
What do you mean?
We're talking about something
Well, yeah,
different.
from what you said,
because-
yes, it is.
Because if you don't pick up the phone, that's not stopping the energy from affecting you. Especially
not around me.
Especially if you're not picking up the phone, but you like that MF. He did. It's still on you.
Yeah, but if I don't want to mess with no one anymore, I don't want to deal with who they are. Maybe, like you said, I don't know about the energy part, but I just don't want to mess with that person. I just stop calling them.
Salt,
I think me having
you don't
to go
need,
to them.
So you don't need a salt lamp for that because a salt lamp.
I'm taking it anyway. No,
won't,
Tangie, I'm
won't
not giving
cut
it to
the
you.
person
No,
out your
no,
life.
No,
Look
he
at
gave
this.
it to me.
This is what the salt lamps
bullshit.
do. They boost your mood. They improve your sleep. They ease your allergies, and they help people with asthma speak better. And
Where
if
do you
you're
get 'em?
and if Well, you can get them from my favorite store over there,
kinds of
Follow Your
stores.
Heart.
Right there?
Yep, you can get them from
wow.
Follow Your Heart has the salt lamps, the crystals, everything. Sometimes Whole Foods sells them.
Now you need to have it in each room.
It's really good to have it in each room, but that's
Yeah.
if you pick up energy. You're not talking about picking up energy.
No,
You're talking
I just
about
went with what
dealing-
he said.
When I say picking up energy, like before I knew what was happening to me, I remember I had this audition one time, and I was excited about it, and I walked in the room, and I got sad. And I started crying, and
Like
I was
tears?
tears, like stupid tears, and I didn't know what was going on. And I was a people pleaser back then too. So when the lady asked me, I'm not anymore, trust. But when the lady asked me what was going on, I said, I just don't feel good. When I wasn't not feeling good, but I didn't know what it was. And it wasn't until years later that I realized that I feel people's.
I was going to ask you,
I
did you get
feel
the
their
part?
mood. I did not. I cried. I cried too. I wouldn't have hired me.
But
Cried
did
when you
did
went in?
discover you were empath?
What is it?
Empathic. I pick up people's energy. I don't know an exact date, but like I can walk into a room. Like that's how come I talk to so many people, because I can feel if I need to stay away from them. And one thing that helped me was when after I graduated from Spelman, I got a trip to Paris, France, and I don't speak French. And so I had my little French book, French tape, and everybody, hello. I'm like, oh my God. And they said, no, don't speak English. So the only way that I knew who to trust, and I stayed with a lot of people there while I was there, was by how their energy felt.
So
Yeah.
so you base pretty much everything off energy.
I do. That's why
So-
I
so
still
what I
like
was
you, because
saying-
if it was your behavior, Speedy,
I guess that's what's good. So I'm saying with what Vernon was saying, he just says to that person, I don't want to be around. I think that's, to me, I'm giving you too much. I'm giving too much. It's like I'm giving you more power than you deserve. If I feel like I don't want to fuck you, I just stop calling you.
Yeah.
I don't do anything like. That's what I mean.
yeah, and that's good, but that's not the same thing.
I know it's not. I'm just
Because
saying-
because you could love me, but when you're around me, I'm a lot.
Yes, you are.
And sometimes
Can we get that out the way? You're a whole
I'm
lot.
a
Tangie.
lot. I mean, I'm a lot.
You suck the Tangie.
Actually,
Tangism
I
is what
fill
call
up
it.
a room is what I do. I fill it up.
Yeah.
I fill it up.
You hug
but
everybody.
everybody can't handle that fill up, right? And so you could still love me, but when you leave, you might want to just cleanse that energy, not get rid of me from your life. But like people use sage to
Yeah.
clean the.
You
I do
sage in
that.
your house?
I do sage, and I use the Palo Santos.
What is that?
The sage gets rid of everything, and then you have to fill it back up. And I like to fill it back up with rose or Palo Santos. The Palo Santos gets rid of the negative energy, but it keeps the positive energy. And I like to do that because I got
So
angels
do we need
in
a
my
salt
house.
lamp in here?
Yes,
Yeah.
you do actually.
But you
Yes.
know what it boils
Yeah.
down with my salt lamp.
That you don't want.
I have two.
Okay.
I put
Well, you got one now.
I put one.
Yeah.
I put one in my living room for a specific purpose.
Okay.
When I first come in, I need something cleansing because I don't have people visit. I just don't have people pop up. I don't have visitors. It's always been like that, and I had to wonder why my grandparents, my parents wouldn't let us have visitors
Why?
because people bring bad spirits on them. You got
Yeah.
to realize that whenever somebody comes in your room,
That's true.
and then they leave, and then you got
Like a vampire?
it's like a vampire.
You invited me?
Yeah, they're energy vampires because then you wonder why you're in a bad mood or you get pissed off or something. Tangie could be, why the fuck are you texting? Damn, we're doing that motherfucker. It's like you're reacting unnecessarily. And people who are very in tune with their feelings. That's one thing. With me, if somebody comes with bad energy, it turns me up times 10 with my negative attitude. It just makes
Yeah,
it
we've
worse.
had to deal with it. Do you have that stuff too?
No, to be honest, I don't really, mess with the crystals and the sage and all that
Maya
too much.
does.
Devils.
Exactly. Like in my opinion, I don't know. I just feel like it's really easy to like mix that stuff up. We're in an age where it's really just kind of a trend right now. It's very like the thing to do, and so I just because I don't understand it, and it to me. I perceive it as like a little bit of witchcraft. I don't mess with that stuff, so I just leave it where it's at.
I love how she put all that
I
too,
know.
because that was brilliant, especially the part where she said,
went to
"Because
Clark.
I don't understand it."
Yeah.
See, she's really smart, Speedy, because there's
I
a
never
lot.
said she
There's
wasn't.
a lot going
What the
on
fuck
in
is
the
going
world
on,
right now that
Tangie?
people don't understand, and it can make them miss out on some things.
Yep.
But when you know you don't understand it, if you're interested, then you can investigate and see that it's not witchcraft, or you can do like I do and test the spirit by the spirit.
Right.
And then if you're like, oh, well, Tangie's spirit is good, let me
Well,
see, it
and
might be something.
I-
Or
I-
you
What
can
about
just
Tangie's
shut it
spirit?
down like your dad.
Well, you know, like
Like
definitely-
Bitcoins.
Shut it down.
A lot of people not familiar with them and they not messing with it.
Yeah.
You know, so I get it.
Like I definitely agree with like, you know, feeling people's spirit out. I mean, I think that just comes with having discernment though.
Yep.
You know? It's
Yep,
just
discernment works too.
like filling that out. You know if a person's not right.
I just,
Like,
Yeah.
Well, if you don't mind me,
That's
no,
true.
no, just how old are you?
I'm 24.
24. Okay, and I'm only asking because what you're saying, basically, is the same stuff we grew up on. When people were flower children and everything else, it's the same thing. Everything comes back in cycles.
Yep, it's not new.
No,
What's
no.
new is
Yeah.
you can buy it from the store.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like my
It's
aunt,
so-
you know, she would tell me put boiled egg in the house. We had to create our own ways of healing ourselves because
Absolutely.
we were enslaved people.
Right.
So none of it's new. But go ahead. Go ahead. Break it down, Robbie.
Not
Break
all
it
of-
down.
No, not all of us were enslaved people.
Well, I'm not talking about
Yeah.
everybody. I guess I'm speaking
He's
from
from
my
the
family.
He's from the
Yeah.
island.
Yeah, from my
No,
family.
no, no.
And
But even here,
I agree.
But even here, you still have to understand that just like Zaria, just like Sister Zaria said, certain things
Sister
that we
Zari.
certain things
That's new too. That's because that didn't happen back in the
Rob,
day.
don't
That's
fuck around,
right.
get your
Sister
rock, your
Zari.
heat lamp rock thrown back at you.
I'm not gonna give it up. No. But I'm just saying, just like she,
Throw that
just like she
motherfucker right
said,
through your window.
She said certain things that she doesn't understand, but your discernment is saying, wait a minute, it doesn't feel right in my spirit with
Yeah.
everything that people are doing. Now, when I'm seeing a lot of my friends who were quote unquote Christians or religious, then they say, well, now I'm spiritual. Okay, if you're spiritual, why are you having these crystals and all these things? Well, I got to take these crystals outside that
And
charge
charge 'em
energy
and-
all this. When I started hearing that, it reminded me more back of what the Bible had said, that people are going for these new agey
You
type
see?
of religions. But it goes back to when I was a kid in the 70s, it was the same type of stuff. People were going for this type of new religion, these other doctrines. Therefore, Jehovah's Witness, nothing new about that. But Mary,
7 days of it.
7 Days
I
of
don't know why they
Mary
say
Agnes.
new. Let me just ask y'all this
New
question.
age. Yeah.
Nick, what gifts did the three wise men bring to Jesus when he was born?
Weed,
Frankincense,
blunt wraps.
myrrh. Frankincense, myrrh.
Why did they bring incense, frankincense,
yeah.
and myrrh?
Because they were expensive.
That's not the only reason. You don't bring
No.
Jesus an expensive gift
Yes,
just
because
because if you're gonna bring something expensive, there are other things
No,
that they could have
Franken-
picked.
no,
It's not
Franken-
just
Franken-
Energy has
because
changed.
it's expensive. it wasn't.
Got a little
It
bit.
wasn't.
We need a rock, Nick. We need some salt in this mother.
No, Tangie, frankincense was
Frankincense.
currency. It was currency. Same with myrrh. These were also currencies.
Yeah.
Because certain things were fragrant, you couldn't get them. A lot of people couldn't afford them. They were used as currency as well.
Tangie looked it
Also
up.
used in religious and spiritual rituals for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Frankincense is a symbol of holiness and righteousness because it is so fragrant when burnt. It was often used by ancient people as a religious
Has anybody smelled?
offering.
Have you ever smelled?
Frankincense?
Yeah.
Yes,
Stinks.
I burn frankincense. I like
it.
frankincense.
So do I love
It
it.
stinks.
And
The
I wear
original-
frankincense
The original
sometimes.
frankincense? Or
I
you-
wasn't there back in the original days. I don't know.
But
I might
what
be
did they-
using
Call
some
back,
new
call back.
modern
Burning.
stuff.
when Mary
It smells good.
I want to hear what Nick has to say.
when Mary was
I'm always
washing
amazed by this.
was washing Jesus' feet, and then she anointed him with oil. What
Hold on,
was it?
call
Oh, we got to call her. Call
And
her.
why did she anoint him with oil and myrrh? When people
Tangie,
they pray on you,
Tangie?
yes, baby,
Tangie,
yes.
let's make something perfectly clear.
Perfectly.
They were not there to celebrate Jesus. They were there to kill him. So
He
when
was
they
born.
brought
The three
him,
wise
really
men?
didn't
The
matter.
three wise men.
Not the three wise
The
men.
three, yes, they were.
talking
The
about
three
the three
wise
blind
men
mice.
were not there to worship Jesus. They were there to kill him.
The three wise men?
That's
Why
not
were
my
they
Yes,
there to
they
kill
were.
him?
Because the king was threatened by Jesus, because he was the true son of God, and they were threatened by him to begin with.
Well, it's good they picked something expensive.
That's why they followed the star from Bethlehem to find him, and they were there to kill him. But when they got in his presence, they were awed of him. They weren't there to celebrate him. They were there to kill him.
The book been out for like 4,000 years.
Yeah, what book you reading? What page is that on? What page?
It's not in the traditional Bible. It is in the lost book.
Well, you got to say that.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vernon.
No. Vern, no, don't hang up. Vern.
Thank you, Vern.
I'm not hanging up.
Vern, have you read Maccabees?
Who?
Have you read Maccabees?
The book of Maccabees.
Yeah.
1, 2, or 3?
They're about bees.
It's when black people ruled Europe, basically.
Well, yeah, but I had the first book of Maccabees that I bought is like this big, but then in the lost books of the Bible, the Apocrypha, it's basically a canon of I want to say one of the Knights of the Templar, but it's basically a canon of,
I don't know
of
what
what's going on with Jesus.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vern.
Thank you, Vernon.
So if anybody's wondering what the
Maccabees? I never heard of
No. It's the
Hennebees?
in American we pronounce it the book of Maccabees. You
Yeah.
heard that, right?
Yeah.
It's in the book called the Apocrypha. The Apocrypha means hidden books. That's what the word means, right? The Catholic Church, these are not black people, these are when Europeans took over Europe. The Catholic Church took that out of the Bible. The reason being is because the Apocrypha connects all the stuff that we're kind of lost about in the scriptures. When you don't know why people are doing this, or how do you know black people are the people that own slave ships? How do you know we are gods? All these questions that we have, 90% of them are answered in the Apocrypha, which is why they removed it from the original Bible. So you can't connect the dots.
Why we're the chosen people.
But you can buy it now.
I have the Apocrypha. I have 3 of them.
Yeah.
I've got it on my phone.
So
I'm
you
cool.
can download it on your phone. You know, it's not even that deep. You can download it on your phone.
I'm cool.
It's really great stories in there.
I'm pretty sure.
Bell and the Dragon.
You know how long it took me to get through the Bible?
Yeah.
I ain't got time to read another one.
My favorite one is they tell a story about this mother who has these 4 boys, and this king hears about how respectful these young men are. Yeah. So he decides to prove a point and make them eat bacon. They say no. So he puts up a little pot of boiling oil, and he starts to put each child in there one by one in front of the mom. And the mom tells the kids, good job.
Wow.
The mom told the kids, good job. Don't eat the swine. Hop in that pot and deal what you got to deal with.
That's not a good mom.
Why is that not a good mom? Says who?
How about take your kids? How about that?
No, because the Most High told them don't eat that swine.
Obedience.
So on the wall in my house, right, this is one of the credos me and my wife live by, saying out the scriptures. Whether we live or we die, we're going to keep the commandments.
Amen.
Well, you're going to do one of them.
Because you got to go either way it go.
Well, but just remember what the Bible also says. It says better not to make a vow with God than to make it and to break it. Because you still have a penalty to pay if you make a vow to God.
Yeah, so that's a real point. So you know how all of us be like, oh, man, I promise God, if this, just so you know, those count.
Yeah.
I know we say, no, seriously.
No,
just,
Get me out of this.
whatever you believe in, it don't matter. Just so you know, when you say those things, those count.
If you do this for me, I will.
They count.
Yeah.
So
You have to be, it's always your yeas are yeas, your days are nays. You have to be a man and woman of your word. And even with this new age stuff,
text me,
Tangie, I've never known Tangie to be a religious person. Spiritual, yes. Religious, no. I know people who are religious, and
black people were never religious people.
No, we're not. We're naturally.
That only happened in captivity.
You know, Rob, it's off subject, but I'm pretty sure you know the name. We were before the show. Remember at the park?
Good point.
Those carom boards we used to play.
Oh,
what was the name of
the
it?
which boards?
No, where you shoot the carom around the board into the pocket, then you go to the next pocket, next pocket.
Did you guys grow up at the Boys and Girls Club?
They had those.
They
had them at the park.
Yeah, we had one.
What are they called?
It's like pool, but it's
but we called them caroms because it was a little round.
It was a little round. So
you know what? We called them caroms because I looked it up. The piece that you're shooting is a carom.
Yes.
The board is not. That has nothing to do with caroms.
Oh.
I know, right?
Because those little games.
Yeah, because even if you lost the stick, we would take the carom, go to the side of the board, and shoot it around.
Yeah.
It's of Indian origin.
What's it called?
There it is.
CARROM.
But it's not of Indian. It's not of Indian origin.
Okay, but it's not this one. Yeah, this was one you could. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
But that's one we could go to.
You say UM or
CARROM.
But there's another one that has like you go through it.
Yeah, it's not it either.
It's like you know? It looks like a maze.
Here, let's see.
But do you know why, Nick? We all went to the Boys and Girls Club.
Why?
It was free babysitting.
Oh, of course.
We were down there. We were
Oh, I
down
gotta
there for
get on the
hours, and it was
internet.
free. We would just go down. Hey man, I'll meet you at the
I
boys
must not
club.
be on the
Yeah.
internet.
We'd be gone all day, and our parents would have a break, and then you'd have another brother in 9 months.
Tangie, I'm starting to feel like this
Brother,
board
9
game
months.
that we keep talking about is almost like the Mandela effect.
Oh, okay.
Because I can't find it anywhere on YouTube, and the
Wow.
only people know about it is ghetto black kids that grew up in parks.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know if
Go
this
to
was a
the-
real thing,
And I was
or
so
we
good at
all
this
just
game.
imagine this thing happening,
Because
but it's possible.
It's
So
like
Nick, here's like-
it's like hey,
Somebody
Speedy,
gave you a
Speedy.
game?
It's similar to this,
What's
but
it called?
But it's literally this board, and it's like a maze.
Yeah, because it's
I'll
got the
send-
it's
I'll
got all the
send it to
woods
him.
through it, and
Yeah.
you got to pop it
You
through.
You
it.
got to make it to the middle, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you get stuck on the corner, and then you could. What was it called? You could put your finger there.
It's like
What was that called? You only get 2 of those. Remember, you could put your finger between the board. And
Yeah, well, to get the camera around, you have to
Yeah.
put your finger like this.
Uh,
and then
yeah,
yeah,
shake
but you
around.
was only allowed like 2 of those.
Yeah.
It's
Want
not
me
pocket golf.
send him
is
that
it?
one?
No, I
The
looked
retired
up.
player said
It
it's
kind of
called
looks
pocket
like
golf.
it looks like pocket
Pocket
golf a
golf?
little bit.
it's
Try
like
golf.
pocket golf, but it's not.
It's not?
It was
Okay.
God dang it.
It sounds
What
like
was
two
the name
games
of that
mixed.
board? It's beige.
Yeah.
And it had like little,
All
like
the
if you shot too hard into one of those corners, you had to. It says start over. You have to go back and
Oh,
start
look
over.
at this, y'all. They got a pocket golf carom board.
Okay, it's similar to that, but it's not that one. Uh-oh, this might be.
Yeah,
it.
it
guys
kind
have
of
been
looks
looking
like
up every
it kind
game?
of looks
I
like
think
the
this is
pocket
before my
golf,
time.
but it's not.
What did you say?
She said, "I think this is before my time."
Yeah,
Way
you had to,
before
your time.
you had to grow up at a park.
You
to
wouldn't
see
have
what
seen
I'm
this.
saying.
Yeah, I ain't
No,
grow up in no
No,
park.
no, no. You
I think we found it, Nick. Go
Let me
ahead.
see. Let me click on that. And
know
let
what
me
you guys
see.
have?
What?
You guys had video games. When we started getting Atari, we played Atari, then we got bored.
Yeah.
ColecoVision, we
you
got
play
bored.
Jacks?
Review with images.
We played Jacks. I played Jacks with my sisters. Yeah.
Nah, you know, you know what y'all missed out on?
What?
Robbie said he played jacks.
We
With
didn't
my
climb
sisters.
trees, but
I
we were
know.
outside a
Oh, yeah.
lot.
But y'all didn't climb trees.
We
though.
were outside a
Because by the
lot,
time y'all
though.
came around, everybody knew it was dangerous.
Yeah.
When I was a kid,
It
we
was
was up in
similar
them
to our
trees,
board that
man.
we
Yeah,
Running,
no.
running
We used
through
to
them.
Jump off
Yeah,
them,
I used to
I
jump
was
from
not
trees.
getting in no
What we
tree.
saw at the
But you remember how fun
I
that
used to
was?
do that too.
Somebody
I was a
would.
chunky kid,
All right,
no.
we're gonna play hide go get it or hide go seek, and then Nick
Yep.
would- somebody climb up a tree and hide in the bush.
That's it.
We had
Oh
fun.
no, hide and go get
Found
it.
it,
That
found
I
it,
know.
Nick.
What's it called?
It's
What's it
called.
called,
I'll
found it.
send it to you. It's on Amazon.
No, just read me the name.
It's It's Gamecraft. Let me see. Where is it? It's
No,
I'll
just tell me. Don't send it to me. 'cause I
It's
gotta look.
it's the brand is Gamecraft,
Gotcha.
GAMECRAFT, and
it.
it says replica, I guess REPL,
Yeah, that's
and
it.
then Carom CAROMS pocket golf.
But that's it. Send it to me.
I sent this Speedy. Okay.
We got to get this game. 'Cause
Yeah.
last
I'm
I
telling you,
remember, I
bro,
was
Yeah.
pretty good.
I was so good at that shit.
That's not it.
I was good when they didn't have a stick.
That's not it. Pop.
See, but
That
That's
isn't.
not it.
Oh,
That's the one that popped up on my side.
the whole thing is that
You on
kept us.
Amazon?
That kept us busy.
Yep.
It kept us
It's
busy.
a little girl
and
with
stuff
yellow
like that.
shorts on.
Yeah.
I see it. I see what you guys are looking. Let me see.
That and you know what we used to do? We used to get branches and some twine and we'd make bow and arrows.
What the
What?
fuck is wrong with y'all?
Yeah, we did. Back
Okay,
home.
yeah, that
A
might,
slingshot.
That might be it.
That's it, Nick.
That look clean though. That board looked.
Yeah,
clean.
it's just clean.
Okay.
Ours was dirty because it was, they was put in the back.
Public.
You would come and you had, so we didn't have no ID. So you had to like leave your keys if you had the keys to your house or your hat.
Well, we had school IDs.
Well, we didn't have that. They didn't have no school ID.
Hey, Speed, you know how it was. Give me a key.
Yeah, had the
Don't
key
lose
around your neck.
this. I'm gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
No, really. We didn't have no chain. We had a motherfucking shoestring, and your mama said if you lose this key, you're gonna lose your ass.
My mother would
my
drop us
gosh.
off at the park. Like if we running around too much, I'm gonna drop you at the park, and she'd drive down to the park, St. Andrews Park in L.A. off
Oh,
of
damn.
Manchester and Western, and drop us off at the park. She like around 2
Uh,
because it's summertime, so it's around 2 o'clock.
Manchester and Normandy
Well,
down the street. My
Yeah,
ex mother-in-law.
I'm
lives
on
right
80.
behind
Well,
me.
no, because I'm on 88th in Normandy.
My ex mother-in-law's on Ruth Ellen in Manchester, and
Robbie,
right
I
behind
grew up
me.
over there.
I'm just
So-
her
so-
house is right there.
But it's not Normandy. It's Western. Normandy's where I grew up, 88th in Normandy, and you had to walk down to go to
Thank you for that, people.
St. Andrews Park. You had to walk on the
That's
other
on
side.
on St. Andrews, yeah.
But it's on the other side of
It's on the other
Western.
side. It's on the other side. You're right. You're right. Because Gramercy is right there, and then it's Western.
I'm 60, Robbie.
You're
I
right.
ain't forgot shit.
You are 60.
How old are you, Robbie?
53.
Oh yeah, he's.
Why you whispering? You
he's
right?
Because I look young.
We got a phone call. Go ahead.
Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Who's your mama?
Hey.
Speedy, y'all must have went outside after Soul Train.
No, this was before Soul Train. Soul Train didn't come out.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Because see, you said you came outside at 2 o'clock on a Saturday. You was out the house after at here. Shit, if you wasn't watching Soul Train, you was out the house at 12:30.
That's Chicago.
Yeah, I'm older than you, Vern.
Yes, you are.
Soul Train didn't come out until 78, 77, something like that.
So, all right, okay, so that makes sense. So what did y'all have? Because I know, because Saturday morning cartoons went all the way up to
Saturday
like
morning
90
cartoons,
something.
yeah, but they didn't come on till like 12. Well, they came on in the morning.
No, they came in the morning.
But they were done by 12. Yeah, so
they were
at that
done by 12.
time, my mother was like, "Okay, I'm going to take y'all to the park," and she would take us to the park.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I never watched Saturday morning cartoons.
No,
It was over with.
you were.
Nick, you
Because
did.
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
If Speedy, if I'm lying, let me know. Because your mother would get up in the. Whoever had to clean up the house would get up in the morning, and they cleaned that whole house, and the house smelled like pine sol or bleach because you cleaned the kitchen, you cleaned the living room, you cleaned the dining room, you cleaned the bathroom.
You know, there's no
You
tea in
cleaned the
clean.
whole bathroom before 12 o'clock.
There's no tea in clean. Anyway,
Thanks, Vern.
clean.
That was my moms would do that on Saturday. She would get up and bleach the entire. You couldn't. Even, there's no way you can stay in the house because you're gonna get a headache. And you're gonna probably die if you.
Wall washing. We had to
Gotta
wash
wash the
walls.
walls.
The baseboards. You remember that
bleach
shit?
and pine saw, and I can swear you asked.
Why do we have to wash the baseboards? I never
I
understood
think
that.
that's a poison.
You know
'Cause they
what? That was
dirty.
just. And remember elbow
Chemistry.
grease. Where's it at?
No.
You gotta get in
But
there.
I'm gonna tell you something though, Pops. Though I'm gonna tell you something. Shout out to my moms because now you know you got your own place. I look at all those places though. Like if somebody cleaned my house or something, the house is like, oh, the house is clean. I'd be like, I see this corner right here. It's a little grimy, son. You got to get in there.
Speedy was the
And that's why
worst.
you weren't allowed to go over everybody's house
Yes.
and eat.
Oh, I never went to nobody's
No,
house.
they could tell you. Well,
No,
She said
Speedy was
Speedy
the
was the
worst.
No, you trust me. I didn't get nothing. Trust me.
yeah, they
It was-
had
we
to
had to
clean.
get up at 3 in the morning.
They had-
Who
Well-
is it waking people up out they sleep?
No, well, this girl.
He
is-
just not getting in.
I'm gonna tell you how bad it was. I'm gonna tell you how bad it was. We used to have a rule. Isaiah, Antoine, everybody can attest to this. If my dad was home, you either out the house or you sleep.
Damn.
That was the rule. It don't matter what time it is. We play, sleep, whatever you got to do. But if he was coming home, nigga, either go to sleep
I don't even know why
or you
they-
better
You
bounce.
guys really? That's
Because now you're going to be doing something.
Got-
Something stupid, too. Like,
Take
do
trash out.
Yeah,
No,
get the
Zari,
leaves
come
from
here.
the, like,
Just
what?
look
What?
around.
He'd be
and
like,
see stuff
sorry,
for
come
them to
here.
do.
I'd be like, what? He come in the kitchen. He'd be like, you see that? It's 2 spoons.
You gotta clean it though,
Wash
dog.
it. That's
It's
right.
2 spoons.
Nah, Zari, my mama lift the microwave. You ever had somebody do that?
Uh-uh.
You ain't clean under, I'm like, under the microwave? Yeah, you got the, I'll be like,
That's-
man,
And above her
And if he-
I didn't even think of that. You
He
know?
taught
Now-
me how to wash dishes properly.
Yeah.
I was like 7.
How hot was the water?
You're 7.
Super hot. Because kids don't know to wash with hot water. They don't know that.
No, but see, men have a lower threshold for hot water. The worst thing is if a woman run the hot water to teach you,
Woo.
your skin will come off. Nigga.
Yeah.
I had to,
My
You
mama
gotta
did
kill it.
every-
You gotta
every time I
kill the
did that, I'd be
germ.
like,
oh my!
You gotta kill
It ain't
it.
hot.
You gotta kill the
You
germs.
take a top of Clorox and pour it in the water.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know. So Tangie
Yep.
has a website.
What?
Well, I was over here thinking about that video where the lady cleaned her chicken with Clorox.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-uh.
That was
Detergent.
so gross.
What color
Yeah,
was
that's
she?
what I was
Yeah.
thinking
White?
about. Yeah.
She like,
Well, that's
y'all
because
saw the
you know
same
they didn't know they
Clorox.
were supposed to clean that chicken up until like 2022.
Shit, heard of
Literally.
it.
No, serious. There was a big thing
They
on,
just
on
take it
Twitter,
straight out the pack.
and all
really?
white people
Yeah,
were
they
saying
don't clean their
that
chicken.
they
They
that.
don't clean
thought.
their meat.
In all fairness, they said they thought that they cleaned it from the place that they were getting it from.
No.
But they would clean the
hell
meat.
no.
And they
That's
actually
like
said
a
you're not
mucus on
supposed
it.
to clean it because they said that you spread germs or something when we clean it.
Salmonella.
I'm gonna
You
spread it then.
Salmonella.
I ain't gonna spread the germ in my body. Nigga. That's
You know
not-
what's terrible is,
Yeah.
hey Speedy, you remember chicken back in the day? We'd have to burn the feathers off. We'd before
I
we
still do
Robbie,
that.
Nobody in my house burned the
I
food.
still
It
do
was-
that though.
When we got it, it was already cooked.
And I'll burn whatever's they got
It was
the
already
little
cooked. No,
pieces left.
because we used to.
That's
put-
an
live
island thing,
chicken?
Speedy.
Was it live chickens?
Yeah, my great grandmother used to get us.
Oh well,
live
I
chicken.
didn't do the live. I
She
mean,
would always-
I'm talking about the chickens I buy from the store.
You gonna grow the chicken
After
and
I
then eat
clean
them.
them.
Tangie, can you kill a chicken?
Can I do what?
Well, I know you don't eat meat now. Right?
Can I kill a
You
chicken?
don't eat meat now, but if you were still,
Could I kill a
Yeah,
chicken?
and fry
You
it
gotta
up.
eat them.
I could fry chicken.
No, could you raise it?
I could not.
Take it in the back, twist the neck,
He your homie for about
I
10
could
years.
not.
Twist the neck.
pluck them.
I could not.
what I mean?
I couldn't eat anything that I can kill.
Twist the neck.
I don't even like killing spiders. I try to grab them with a towel,
I don't
take them
really
outside, and let them go.
Speaking
Supposed
of,
to.
so
don't step on
Maya
spiders.
has a spider in the room, which is always a problem.
A
Now,
pet spider?
No.
When Stone has one too,
So
it's a problem.
in the room. She screaming. I said, okay, she said, no, you have to kill it. No, I'm not going to kill it a certain way. I'm going to kill it the way I know to kill it.
Yeah.
And I went to hit it, and the motherfucker moved. I said, and she
Okay,
almost lost her
let
goddamn
me
mind.
tell y'all some advice on spiders, okay? If you have to kill a spider,
I did kill it.
spray it.
Why?
Do not smash a spider.
Why?
Because they carry their babies on them. So if you smash one and it's carrying its babies, the babies are just going to spread all throughout your house. There's going to be 1,000 little
No,
spiders.
they'll be smashed with the mama.
No,
That
they're
just
not.
sounds-
I did this. I stepped on a spider, and when I moved my foot, 1,000 little spiders took off running every
How big was that spider, man?
It was a tiny little brown spider. I didn't even see the. I didn't even
A
notice it had the
brown
babies.
spider?
It was a
Oh my
little brown,
God.
not a wolf spider. I know what you're thinking about.
Or the brown
Cringing.
recluse.
I said it was a wolf spider in my car though. Those are the ones that jump.
Oh.
And I knew exactly what. So I watched a lot of Animal Planet. So I'm sitting in my car and I'm like, oh shit, this is one of those. I gotta kill this one. And as I'm looking at the spider about to make my move, it turns and looks at me. Yeah, I felt like I was finna
He's
get
trying
jumped.
to be your friend.
You need more spider friends? Anyway.
Wait a minute, what do you spray on a spider?
I don't kill bugs personally. You know what
Why?
I mean?
But you said spray them. What do you spray on them?
Any cleaning solution. The best thing to use on any insect is alcohol or bleach.
I grab them.
Dries them up.
And my daughter, she
alcohol
just
bleach
goes,
is
Mommy,
the
Mommy, there's a spider.
That's Maya.
And I say, baby, the spider is not bothering. If you
Tell her
don't
put a
bother
little
him,
hand
don't bother
sanitizer
him.
on 'em.
No, I get Mommy, please, please. And then I'll go and I'll take the spider.
But if you
Roll
had a
my
man, if you had a
eyes.
man, moving on.
You know what's
Then
bad?
he
Had to
would
do
kill,
that.
he would kill the spider.
That's what he's supposed to do. We kill.
But
We don't-
you know
we don't save
what
shit.
you just said is why, like during the pandemic and my grass got high. Some of y'all might have
You
seen
have a
me
son.
on live trying to cut the grass. The lawnmower wasn't working.
You had a son, though.
So we had a lot of lizards. And so a lot of black crows
That's why-
would be around, and they would be tearing up those lizards and taking the tail off and eating them, all this other kind of stuff. So I put hot sauce around because there's not a man there. And the lizards,
is a man at your
lizards
house.
don't like hot sauce.
Tangie, stop that. There's a man at your house.
You just said, I'm going back to what you said.
But you have a man.
And rats don't like Dow soap or
Ivory
or
Spring.
or bounce.
Can I raise my hand?
Ivory Spring works too.
Can I raise my hand?
Yeah, you can raise it.
You have a son.
I do.
He could cut the grass.
Then he could kill a spider, and sometimes he does kill the spider. But it wasn't that I didn't have anybody to cut the grass. It was that the lawnmower wasn't working. The lawnmower,
about this,
the lawnmower wasn't working.
So if the
But
lawnmower
what
was
you don't
working,
understand,
so if the lawnmower was working, would you have cut the grass?
yes, because it's a way for me to work out, Speedy. I like to work out in the
that's
yard.
not your job.
My son is already fine. He runs track. He does all this
Not
stuff.
talking about that.
I want to stay in
That's
shape,
man shit.
so I'll let him help
That's
me do
man
stuff,
shit as a man.
and I'll
growing
let
up
him as a man
young-
help me.
No, as a
But
young man.
That's why mamas get fat, because as soon as they have a
That has nothing to
son,
do with it.
they have the son carry all the groceries in the
Yes,
house,
yes.
get the luggage,
Yes.
cut the grass.
Yes.
The boy does all the physical stuff in the house.
Yes.
The mama, the wife gets fat.
Tangie,
That's not
It
it.
ain't
That's
happening.
not-
I have never seen you fat or
happening.
even mediocre.
That's
I-
because
I
I
agree
cut the
with you,
grass
Tangie.
and I carry water.
I agree with you, Tangie.
But
on
no,
that part.
no, I do not.
And now
agree.
with
Yeah.
these
I
new
don't
modern day
agree.
Get up and move around, woman.
relationships,
Get them bags.
get up and move, yeah. And now,
But you have a son.
But if I
Why not teach him that?
if I don't feel like it, you know,
Gonna be
I'll
your
make him
man.
or my daughter do it. Right now,
Tell him about the website.
okay.
Yeah, Tangie, this ain't the 1800s. He ain't gonna have no grass to cut by the time.
He gonna pay somebody to cut the grass, or
I
you're
hope
right,
not.
not
I
gonna
hope
have
not.
no grass to
I hope
It's
cut.
gonna be an old science, man. Ain't
Exactly.
like cutting grass.
Tell him about the website,
Exactly.
Tangie.
So on my birthday,
The one we have 4
That's
people.
your website?
no. On my birthday,
We have 4 people.
Oh,
I
thought you was
birthed
doing
the
what
baby.
old
Oh
girls
shit!
Wait, what?
I had to stand up and give birth. I birthed a baby, y'all. So, you know, I've been heaven highing for a long time.
Very long time.
And if
You
y'all
registered that name right.
and if y'all follow me on
cool.
Instagram, you know I've been having a lot of fun spreading love and light and encouraging people to live their best lives no matter what their situation is. Well, I wanted something tangible. I wanted something
Get it?
that they
Tangible,
could touch.
tangy.
Yes, that could, you know, remind them of the things that they say that they love about me, or remind them of my Tangie-isms, because I have a lot of them.
Yes, he does.
Which will help them to live really happy lives if they apply it. And so I created a line, and all you have to do is go to TangieAmbrose.com. TANGIE.com. AMBROSE. Speedy doesn't put the E on the end of my first name. TANGIEAMBROSE.
Tangie.
And people have been loving it. And right now, because I just turned 55, I have $55 bundles.
What's in the bundle?
It just depends on which bundle you pick. It's a shirt and a tank top, and some are for men, some are for children, some are for women.
A man could wear a shirt that says Heaven High?
Well, man probably wouldn't wear the one that says Heaven High. A man might wear Life is Meant to Be Fun, or I got different things.
That's all.
It says different things, and more things are coming, and people are loving it. They're buying
go
it,
to
and
the
I'm
website,
so happy.
punk.
And even if you just go, I would appreciate it if you go to the website and check it out. And then when you look at it, if someone comes to mind that you think could benefit from what I'm saying, what I'm sharing, or this mindset, please share it with them. Oh, there they are. Look, see, I got that tangible joy. There's my son. Life is meant to be fun.
So do I get a shirt? Because this is what Tangie would have said to me. Do I get a shirt?
Oh, yeah, I can get you a shirt, Speedy. I would do that for you.
You know my size?
Extra large?
There you go, Tangie.
Yeah.
Great answer.
Yeah. I would have to make sure.
You're like a small?
I'm a small, yep. Like I have Let Love Lead. That's one for guys, you know. Yeah, I have a lot.
I don't want Let Love Lead.
I know you wouldn't want Let Love Lead.
Give me another one.
I would have to give you, let me see, what would I give you?
Nigga, you tripping?
No.
Put that on a Heaven High shirt. Nigga, you tripping.
I could give you one with my picture on it. That would be
the silhouette
fun.
or your picture?
My picture.
Oh, no.
Let me see.
Then I got to explain. Who is that? It's crazy.
My
personal trainer.
Yeah.
My personal trainer.
So again, guys.
I might have to create.
So when I found that Tangie had the website with all these nice clothing, I said, you got to come do the radio show. And
Let's see.
I thought you were going to call and say something happened, rock or stone. Usually it's rock or stone. So let's go rock. This story we'll do rock. So Rock has a thing to go to, and he's acting in it. And I would love to come, but I got to be there because I'm the one escorting people in. So then how you going to get mad? You can't say, all right, don't come.
Right.
And if it's Stone, she would go, Stone is first time performing this particular song, and we worked on it, and I need to be there to make sure, and I'm videotaping it, so I need to be there.
Yeah. I'm like you, Speedy. I'm a really good parent.
Yeah.
You're a really great dad.
Oh, thanks.
You really are.
Isn't he a great dad, kids?
Come on, kids.
He really is.
See why
Proud papa.
See why niggas quiet.
He really
Should have saw him at the graduation the other night.
Oh, yeah.
I should have saw you at the graduation the other night.
Yes.
Let me tell y'all what's
ready.
funny. I got a letter in the mail. It was an envelope.
This is the thing about Tangie.
I got an envelope that was addressed to me, Tangie Ambrose, from Brooklyn, right? The envelope was in a plastic bag. But
I don't know where that came from. They must have did that at the post office.
Oh, really? Because
Yeah,
the envelope had the name and the stamp on it, and then it was in a plastic bag. And then I opened the envelope, and it was nothing in it.
Yeah.
So
the post office did
what
that.
I thought maybe y'all were sending me an envelope to send something to Brooklyn, but it wasn't. It was my address that it was being sent to. I was so confused. And then the day of, Speedy said, "You coming?" And I'm like, "Coming where?"
To the envelope.
To the envelope.
So I did send out, and shout out to Brooklyn.
I love Brooklyn.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Congrats,
Brooklyn.
Boogie.
Brooklyn.
It's so weird. I'm sitting there, and as I'm riding my bike here, I love it because I could think about a lot of shit. And I was thinking how when I graduated in '79, and here it is, 2022, and I was like, God damn, I won't be here when he's 60. I'm hoping to be here. That would be fantastic.
Gotta listen to Nick.
I'd be 100, but I'd be.
Choices.
Now I'll probably be eating.
You might.
Yeah, I'll
Seeds
probably
and
be
berries.
eating seed. Smashed banana.
No, you might not.
Mullen leaf.
My dad's dad, because cancer took him out, but he lived at 89. His aunt, my great aunt Mabel, she was alive to 100, and then my grandmother's cousin Gert, she's 95 this year, and her parents lived to be 100, 102, and they were still eating real food.
I think you need an old name to live long.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Donald Ray.
What was your aunt's name?
My aunt, Mabel.
My great grandmother is still alive.
Her
She's
Mabel,
97.
Yeah, 97.
Her name is Mabel. I think it's something to the name.
My Aunt Louise, Martha Louise Lennon.
See?
Yep.
Well,
my mother Louise
my
lived
Aunt Frances-
to 80. She was 81. Well, she would have been 81.
My Aunt Frances, she just passed 6 months ago.
You don't count how old she would have been
my
if you
cousin-
celebrating
my
how
cousin
long
Gerd-
she lived, Speedy.
My cousin Gerd,
I'm
there's
sorry,
so much
because
longevity
I can
in
talk
her
about
family.
how old my
And
mother would have been
Tangie.
this year.
Tangie.
Daddy D wants to know
You want me to wear this heavy high shirt or not?
how he invented,
Whatever.
how he helped invent the internet.
Oh, how? Well,
Because you always talking about stuff.
I helped invent it. No.
No, when I
it was
say
a sister,
that,
it was a
Tangie,
sister that did it.
She just passed away. Tangie.
I know, but you said, yeah, my mother lived a long time. She would have been 81. You were
This
supposed
year.
to say she lived until she was 80 because we were celebrating how long they lived. Like, I can't say my mother lived a long time. She would have been 79 this year. Because then that wouldn't prove the point. The point was that she lived until she was 72. And then I can say she lived a long time. She lived until she's 72. But if she was still alive today, she'd be 79.
That's too much. You could have said she lived to 72, but if she's still here, she'll be 79.
But you didn't say that. You said my mother would have been 81 this year. Okay.
Leave my mama alone.
See, my cousin Gerd
Sister
and my
Caldwell,
grandmother
leave her
still
alone.
had the cataract
Sister
things.
Caldwell.
They both had cataract.
Louise Caldwell, to be exact.
Yeah, see, we got that in common. Louise. I like that. Because my Aunt
Your middle-
Louise
oh, I
was
thought you said your middle name.
94.
So if you want a shirt from Tangie, is there
Yeah.
any discount?
Yeah, right now I got the $55 bundles. That's a
So if
discount.
they
Bundles?
And
Bundles?
yes,
So you also give
and
back a hair too?
Bundles.
and no, I use
did
fake
not.
hair.
Tangie,
You
Real
did
are
hair.
the
not.
best.
And I'm
When
not
Tangie
charging
hears a terrible
tax.
joke, she did like this.
I mean, not tax. I'm not charging shipping right now, unless you're international, like my people.
Well, if
from,
you say you heard it on the rollout,
France and stuff.
What if you heard it on
it's
the rollout?
expensive.
You get the bundle for $55.
I'm giving the. So you know what? I'll come back after the special that I'm having is over, and then I'll give Rollout
I
people
don't like
their
your energy.
own
You need a rock.
special.
You need a salt rock.
I mean, really, like I
We need one right here.
now. I cut it down, so it's like I'm
Robbie,
paying
I'm taking
him.
your salt rock
I'm
and putting it
paying
right here.
them,
Right
and
there. Hey,
I'm
once
not.
you plug it in.
You
Or do I need to
know.
put it under the table? Why does it need to be under something?
No, I
It
put it
doesn't.
above.
The salt light
I put it
doesn't be.
above.
That's
We
if
can
you
move the-
do
move
the
the head.
economical thing.
No,
No, the
we're not
salt
touching
light.
the head.
Move
The
the
salt
head.
light can be right here, Speedy. It can be
Put it right in the
anywhere.
middle, yeah.
What
And
I was,
it'll
what
suck
I
all the
said.
negative energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I said under the table was the water with the salt in it.
Oh, okay.
And when you do it after a couple of weeks, well, I guess it depends on the type of salt you use, but it will start if you got a lot of energy to get rid of. This will scare you. Don't listen. It will it looks like it kind of frosts up,
Yeah, it looks frothy.
but don't you
But
listen.
it's grabbing the energy.
Yeah.
That's what they told you.
Yeah. It's kind of like food. Do you believe some food is alkaline and some food is acidic?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the same thing.
But what
the
James is
salt,
saying,
the salt has
I
the
got
negative
to,
ions.
I
in
got
it.
to see all that in mine because I looked at it looked frosty. It looked like it had
You the
ice.
only one in the house.
No.
It's you, Robbie.
You getting them energy.
No, because I had somebody who was visiting me regularly. When she was visiting me, I would always have bad energy afterwards.
No.
Red flag.
Yeah, exactly.
Speedy Seymour said you need to cut out Teflon cookware, use stainless steel or ceramic, and add walnuts to your diet. There's a link between Teflon and Alzheimer's.
Yeah, because
I don't have Alzheimer's.
yeah, because of the
Fuck
the chemical that they use.
Seymour, don't have me come down to your city and deal with you.
But you know why
On
walnuts?
your
though?
bicycle.
You know why walnuts, though, right, Tangie?
They're alkaline.
Yeah, but you know why?
No, I don't know why they're
It's
alkaline.
brain food. Every fruit and vegetable and nuts that we have targets a specific organ in
But
the
some
body.
are acidic though.
Walnuts look like brains because they're brain.
Oh,
food.
I heard that. We did that one time here where we talked about how the food.
But
yeah.
it's but a lot of nuts. That's why I remember when we were growing up,
I never noticed they do like the left side of your
Little
brain.
they
Yeah.
do. But remember when we're
all food, most of the
Yeah,
food
we did
that
this.
Yeah.
what is designed to help looks like that item.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like what looks like a vagina.
Like celery, for
Is
example.
avocado good for
What
a vagina?
what is celery?
What does a stalk of celery look like?
I don't know. What
Let's see.
If anybody ever seen a stalk of celery, it looks like a bone.
It does.
Even the way it grows.
Bone
Yeah.
density, yeah.
It comes out and it grows into one of stuff.
Stock.
It helps your bone density increase.
Yeah.
Right. If you
Celery's bones. Sweet potato is pancreas.
Take, and if, now look at your pancreas.
Oh,
It
yeah.
looks like a sweet potato.
Ginger
Potato.
is the stomach.
If you look at the ginger root, it looks it's shaped how your stomach is shaped.
Red wine is the blood.
Hence the-
Yep. That's
Carrots are the eyes.
Carrots
Okay,
and
explain that
beets.
one, Nick.
Carrots and beets.
Cut a carrot in
Eyes.
half. It looks like a pupil of an eye.
Avocado is the uterus.
You
That
tried.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Like he knows.
Great.
I
what
know.
he's
I've
saying.
explained that one. He broke it down.
Tomatoes.
It's for the heart because of the arteries
If you cut a
Oh,
tomato in
okay.
half, it actually looks like one of the chambers.
of the heart.
Grapes are the lungs.
But also, grapes are also good for constipation. They also cleanse out the lower intestines. And then you have another fruit that does the higher intestines. Just don't eat kiwi.
Onions are the body cells.
What's
See-
wrong with
see-
kiwis?
Kiwi,
Yeah, what's wrong with
kiwis are just
kiwis?
like pineapple. They're not really alkaline fruit. They're basically man-made.
Can I say something? Let me just say this, 'cause I keep hearing this alkaline stuff, and it's
Pineapples
getting
are
ridiculous.
wrong.
Listen,
Man-made.
your
Okay.
body cannot be completely alkaline. You would die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. Sabi lived a long time, though. How
Yeah.
come?
Dr.
But he wasn't completely out.
Okay.
But he didn't die from his
He
diet.
wasn't completely alkaline either. You cannot. The human body is not designed
on,
to
caller.
be completely alkaline.
That's all right. I'm not anyway. I got pecans in my bag
so I know,
right now.
but that's
They're
and
acidic.
just listen. I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound messed up, whatever. Okay, there's certain group of people out in the world I don't trust. So anytime they say something, I question it. I would advise you to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Why would they want to help you?
Look
I don't
into it.
understand. So I question everything they promote.
Who are you questioning?
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Whoever has the ability to put commercials out.
Hi, Speedy. This is Seymour.
Seymour, don't have me come
White
find you.
people,
I
Tangie,
will
want
come
me
to
say
your
it.
city
I'm fine with it.
and I will find you.
Seymour.
Trust the nigga.
Speedy, you cannot be this obtuse. But then I am talking to
word.
Speedy. Yes, you can be obtuse.
Great word.
Sir, the reason why I said that, didn't your mother pass from Alzheimer's? Speedy?
From the complications, yes.
Yes.
But I
So
don't
what
have-
I'm saying is I'm not saying that you do.
Oh.
We're talking about preventative medicine,
Got it.
preventative methods. And thank you, Robbie. Robbie is over there is just a wealth of information. Walnut is
we
considered
don't
a
know
brain
why.
food.
Yeah.
We don't know why.
Yeah.
The wealth of information is just sitting on it.
So that's
Great
all. I'm
word.
like,
That's
Speedy
okay.
cannot be. I don't have Alzheimer's. I'm trying to prevent you from having it because some things.
Well, I don't like your
can
energy.
run in your
and I'm
family.
Gonna, I'm
Yeah,
going to
the
get some
genes.
salt and sprinkle it on me because I don't want your
He's gonna be all
energy.
sprinkling over the shoulder.
Well, make sure it's
That's a
Himalayan.
different
Make
thing.
sure it's some Himalayan salt.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I like sea salt.
Okay, can you do that?
I will not.
Well, it's not. It's not better than Himalayan salt. The pink salt is the best.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
But you know why
Yes, it
Alzheimer's
is.
is more prevalent with us now? Alzheimer's and dementia. My great-grandfather,
Chips.
he had dementia. Huh?
Chips,
What do you
You
mean,
mean
chips?
potato chips?
fried food, all the chemicals. we
Processed.
eat,
Well,
Process.
television.
my great-grandfather didn't
He
eat.
said television.
Everything.
Y'all
No,
laughing.
television. No, my great-grandfather, he didn't have a lot
Thank
of
you, Seymour.
Thanks,
Seymour.
Seymour.
He didn't have a lot of fast food, and when we had to spend time with him on the farm, we didn't do that. We had to go and dig up Gruber's peanuts. We had to dig up peanuts and wash them off and let them set out, and then we bake them. We had to do the normal shit.
Bacon
But-
nuts.
I had to bake some nuts. Peanuts, we called them Gruber's.
I never knew a nut baker before. But go ahead. Or a nut picker for that matter. But go ahead.
What you doing?
Danny
Picking
D,
nuts?
Danny D said he knows all about health food, but he walked in with a bag of cheeseburgers.
Most healthy people are like that. They're kind of like religious people, you know.
No, you know what? Because
Same dude with 2 lamps and salt. I give you one.
Yeah.
McDonald's had real burgers up until the last. Remember when chicken nuggets first came out, you'd have gristle or beak or shit in there. Anyway, long story boring.
He
Chicken
said
nuggets.
a
Where you
beak.
get the chicken nuggets?
Who
They
bit
had
into the
beak in
beak?
there?
Ah, it's a beak.
They
Chicken
shaved the
nuggets?
beak off the little bird.
Oh wow.
Because they weren't.
So
they were
what?
new.
What part of it is the chicken? Is the nugget?
Scraps.
Yeah.
They don't have the scraps.
Scraps.
No, it's not.
Okay.
You gotta go.
What?
No, I'm saying.
What do you
this
think?
is tripping
You
me
think they're gonna throw the
out.
scraps
Oh,
away? Why would they do that?
Anyway.
Somebody gonna eat it. It's
My
not like-
great
anything wrong with
grandfather,
scraps of chicken.
because of his diet, the dementia. When dementia was selling in with him, dementia, he had the effects of dementia.
You said it 3 times. You
Yeah.
might want to
might
eat
have
some nuts.
dementia.
I
You
might want to
wanna
just get checked out.
You can check your DNA to see if you're a carrier for
No, I'm not.
dementia.
What's wrong,
No, no.
Tan?
and
What you read?
Alzheimer's.
I'm not. I'm not.
What'd you read?
I'm not.
You already checked?
I rebuke that.
Hold on. What did you read? Hold on, what'd you
In
read,
the
Tan?
name.
You read something.
I'm just listening. You
'Cause
know,
you-
I just.
This is Tan.
But their diets were different than ours because they had real stuff, real food. All of our shit is too much processed. Before 1948, where were the grocery stores? Our backyards.
That's why
Our backyards. We grew our own.
That's why the men could bring the groceries in, Speedy, because the women were working in the garden.
No, the men were working in gardens too.
And now my auntie still works in her garden.
Then what were the preservatives?
She's
Do you
still.
garden?
Pardon?
Do you have a garden?
I do, but guess what I did, Nick? Guess what I did?
You smoked it all?
I ate everything, and then after I ate it, I stopped watering it. And I should have kept watering it. But you know what is still alive? That dagnabbit kale. Kale lives through anything. But since I'm here today, I think I will because I buy my stuff from that shop.
Oh, I thought something was in here. I was like, what the
A lot of people don't know this. This is actually recorded in the scriptures too. If anybody actually want to know how to garden, you should actually read the scriptures. That's a really good plan in there. But you shouldn't eat your first harvest.
Oh, too late. Too late.
Well, you see, Tangie ain't got no food now. But that could have something to do with it if I was guessing.
And if I had watered the stuff too, would have helped too.
Right.
So what are you supposed to do with the first harvest?
I don't know. The good book says you don't eat the first harvest. You're supposed to pull it, replant it, and then the second harvest to come about. That's the harvest you're supposed to enjoy it. So it could be a connection with the. I don't know.
But the first harvest, you know what they do? What they used to do in the first harvest, they would take it and they would make compost or mulch out of it, and that's how they replant.
I always feel like Robbie was.
Oh, see, there you go.
God took Robbie sitting there. Check that out. Come back.
Yeah.
I think he did.
We got a phone call.
Hey, Pete.
Caller.
What's your name? Where you calling from?
First of all, I want to say I can whoop everybody. Nobody can whoop me. First of all,
in Carom, shit, nigga, please. I never lost.
And combat, nigga.
Okay. Well,
And what? I'm sorry. What did he say? In what combat? His phone was going out.
In hand-to-hand combat.
Okay, your Boost Mobile's fucking up, but thank you. He's in hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, leave your flip phone open.
He said, "I got."
Hey, I just wanted to say, you know, people, you know, they had all these theories and stuff, but listen, I got some crackheads in my family that's in their 70s and 80s. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out if crack and heroin, that might add you a couple years onto your life. You feel me? So I ain't saying try it, but I'm saying, hey, you never know.
No one's ever died. I don't think anyone's ever died from crack.
No, they just.
I don't think you can overdose.
Yeah, nobody never died from crack.
No.
I think crack almost
Crack is pretty
preserves
good because crack is
even when
it's purified.
It fuck up your vocals. I know that.
even with the COVID though, the homeless people weren't getting COVID like
Nope.
the other
Sure
people.
did.
Little crack.
Homeless people still here.
A little line.
Did you say happy birthday?
Still building shit.
DJ out the Vegas, did you say happy birthday to Tangie?
No, he didn't. He didn't even act like I was here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Seems
no,
to worry about
I
having
not
hand
for
to hand
that
with
well.
dudes. That's what
Hand to
he
hand.
Talked about combat. He wanted to
I
fight.
was on
so
my
I just
I was
sat
on my
back.
Nick today.
Oh.
You was on some
you was
dude,
on
damn.
You don't stay
You
on
was
Nick.
on
You was on some Nick.
I don't fight dudes, so I don't know.
I said I was on my Nick today. You know, Nick don't celebrate them colonizer holidays and
Gotcha.
celebrations
I take no
of
part in
self
these
and stuff like that.
celebrations,
So
man.
for today, but tomorrow I was gonna be right back telling people happy
Wait,
birthday.
Hey, D, got a
Happy
quick
birthday,
question.
Tangie.
Wait, don't go. Quick question. Where are you at in the Bay?
He's not.
He's not. He's
In the
Vegas.
Bay,
He's in
I'm in
Vegas.
Las Vegas,
Vegas.
Nevada.
Oh, I thought this
In
was
the desert.
I thought this was deep from the Bay. You said.
No,
No.
DJ out in Vegas.
DJ out there.
Oh, DJ out
DJ out
Vegas.
there, Vegas.
Okay. Never mind, man.
No,
Thank
nigga,
you.
fuck that. Answer the question.
Okay. Well, listen. What I want to say is happy birthday to Tangie Ambrose, and to celebrate Tangie Ambrose's birthday, I'm gonna go home and watch I Got the Hookup.
Or you can go on her website and buy your girl
Thank
one
you.
of those outfits,
the
man.
$55
Well,
bundle.
Oh yeah, that would
She
be.
got the bundle.
Or you can buy a shirt for
Yeah.
cheaper
Yeah.
and no shipping.
And just say happy birthday when you buy it.
Nigga.
Yeah.
That would be nice too.
I'm gonna just rent. I Got the Hookup.
For what
That
is
money
it?
not
What is
going
it?
to her.
$4.99.
And you'll get a check in the mail, Chansey. You'll get a check in the mail in about 6 months.
Yeah.
37 cents.
37 cents. And I will appreciate it. I will bless it and deposit it and give thanks for you. So thank you so
Pay
much.
it forward,
DJ
baby.
Adams.
Pay it forward.
I will.
Stick yourself. Anyway.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Somebody said how to smoke and preserve your organs.
Damn.
You gotta go. Okay. She's gotta go.
They also
Zari's
said-
got to go.
Yeah.
She got to go put on Michelle.
Yes.
Did you want to say
You wanna give your
anything
information?
before you left?
Y'all can follow me at
Oh,
Just Call
You
Me
better not.
Czar.
Oh.
Just
Yeah,
what?
Just Call Me Czar.
JUSTCALLMEZAR.
ZHAR.
See, you got to spell it out for
Boy,
people.
y'all didn't give me a chance.
Okay,
She's
go
old.
ahead.
Yeah, Tangie. She was going to spell it next, Tangie.
Go ahead, spell it. Do your thing, Zar. Do your
Just call me ZHAR. Czar.
call me if
Zara.
you need someone to talk
We'll
to.
take a quick break.
Yeah.
Call me.
Come back.
Say
Wait, I don't get it. Somebody said
satisfaction
Steve Kerr named his son Nick.
guaranteed.
So his name is Nick Kerr.
Nick Kerr.
Nicker.
Oh, like nigger.
Yeah.
That was lame.
Nigger.
Come on.
Bad joke.
think-
Bad joke.
He who thinks. Come on, man. You can do better.
Thank you, Steve. They forgot I was on Chocolate News. Is Chocolate News on right now?
And you got a commercial out, Tangie?
I
commercial?
do. Did you see my commercial?
What commercial?
Posted and
I didn't see
everything.
it.
Did you, Nick? Thank you.
They should have put you in there more, though.
What was it? Tampons.
I agree.
I think it looked like you did more, and they probably just cut it down a little bit.
I did a lot.
was
I
it,
had a
Tangie?
ball.
I can tell they used your energy, Tangie.
They did. They did. They're asking people. Budweiser's asking people to recycle their beers, and so I was in a commercial saying, "Give your beers here," getting people to give me their. I'll show you.
You know how
Speedy.
you at the at the game and the people passing out the.
Speedy, if you
beer and
actually
stuff.
looked at my page,
I don't follow you. We'll take a break.
Let me go unfollow your butt right now.
We'll be right back, y'all.
Don't move, everybody.
What happened?
We are back.
Did you need one?
It is Roll Out Live with Speedy and Friends, and I be
Speedy
up in this
Studio.
studio.
I like that.
And else we got?
What up? It's your girl Ada, aka Lotte Mama. With a lot of Lottes on Friday.
Anyway, and else we got?
Heaven High is Tangie, a.k.a. Happy Mama. I was trying to
Hey.
follow
Doesn't
Ada.
work.
Didn't work.
And else we got?
Robbie Perron, what's happening?
Roll. Man of knowledge. Behind the marble table, the one, the only, the honorable.
Shalom to the people.
We had asked this earlier before we came on here. So it's certain things I just, because Tangie here, I hate to do what I hate. But because my mother used to say, if you hate it, that means you become like the things you hate. So don't hate anything.
Yeah, I love her.
So,
I like that.
But there's certain things like I hate when someone, or I hate it when someone orders something to eat, and then I order something to eat, and then they go, "Can I try yours?" No, motherfucker, no.
Should have ordered it.
Yeah.
What about you, Rob?
So so the question, Robbie, is what brings out your ugly side?
Yeah, what brings out the ugly?
Besides the
Besides what?
a mirror.
A mirror. Boom.
It's right there. It's right there.
That was a good one.
I don't like to be bothered. Like if I'm sitting on my porch, I hate neighbors that come by that I don't know, or just neighbors who
small talk.
Yeah. Hey, so how you doing? I hate that because when I'm just there chilling, and you know people who are in your neighborhood and motherfuckers who just walk through. Yeah. So the walker through. How you doing, bro? Hi.
Yeah.
Well, I would get on his last nerve. I mean,
I don't like small talk. Like if I'm in line, because for some reason I don't hear them, and then I got to go, huh? And now I'm engaged.
Purposely, yeah. You purposely. There's a guy who walks his dog every 3 days. He'll come around with the same dog. They'll go, hi neighbor. And so one day I said, you're not my neighbor. You don't live nowhere on this block.
Robbie.
Yes, I
Hold
did.
on, caller.
You live nowhere on this block. He goes, no, I live, I live.
Speedy, sorry.
Like down the street.
Call.
He
What's
lives
your
like
name? Where you
10
calling
blocks
from?
away.
Speedy, that's one of my biggest pet peeves in the world.
What's that?
If you order something and then a motherfucker say, can I have something? No.
Man. I'm talking about, you're in the restaurant and your plate come and then they plate come. Ooh, that look good. That's how they get you. They go, ooh, that look good.
Y'all
They
sound
sure
pretty
do.
selfish to me.
Can I have something? No.
Nope.
See, mine is different from that. Mine is if we go someplace and I say, Speedy, you want me to get you something?
I'm cool.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
I'll be right
that
back.
too.
I go inside, I order my meal, I come out, and I'm eating.
And I say,
Oh, can I have some?
No!
Oh,
I
yeah.
asked you, did you want yours?
I didn't know what it was going to look like.
Right.
but Tangie, do you stand strong?
I do. Or I'll say, I'll go in there and buy you some. You want me to go buy you some of your
now
own?
I feel bad.
And then,
now
like,
I got to wait. And your
No.
food going to be cold.
Or if we're all sitting at a table, and we all split up our food and everything, and I say, you want something, you say no. And I start eating, because for me, food is important. And it's like, especially if it's garlic bread or something, I need a mouthful with each section. So if I done, and I saved the best parts for last.
Yeah.
Oh, the extra buttery and garlic.
So I'm eating and I got it, and I'm eating and I got it, and then you say, can I have a piece of your garlic bread? When
And then you look
ask
him in the face and be like, no.
no, I did like this because this happened this
Oh,
week.
you gave in, Tangie.
Because, this is my birthday, and they were celebrating me. I did like this, right? The garlic bread was this. This was the real juicy part. So I was going to have it. So I was like,
ooh.
Oh.
And I was thinking that she would grab this part.
No.
Do you know she went right here?
Oh,
wow.
you dirty bitch.
That's why you say. That's why you say.
Yeah.
But she had spent probably I don't know. She might have spent $200 on me.
Give a
I don't give
fuck.
a damn
So-
how much
Thank you,
spend
Vern.
on
Thank
your
you.
food.
Give a fuck,
If
nigga. It
you
was my
give it to me,
birthday.
it's mine to get the fuck. See, now you see
Oh,
now
but
about
Now-
the
But
now
I
you pissed Vern off.
don't
You
piss
pissed Vern
Vern
off.
off.
I don't get that upset.
No, you pissed him off.
Yeah.
See,
But
here's
I would
the
have
thing
preferred
about food.
to go up there and buy her own garlic bread.
Yeah.
That's the way I would.
Here's the thing with me with food. If we all sat down and we all agreed to, hey, we're going to do this family style. Everybody's going to get a little bit of
Family
everything.
style?
Everybody's
Fuck
going to
is that?
order something. If you shut up,
Oh,
man, I
whoa,
thought you were working.
whoa.
Oh, Vernon.
Oh, Speedy.
You told me to shut
I
up.
thought Vernon was working on his anger.
So apparently, Nick, you don't mind people asking for shit on your plate.
No,
You said we were selfish.
Listen, man.
You order something to
I
eat.
feel like this.
I order something to eat.
This is my firm belief on life in general. You got to choose your programming, right? So we all get our ideas, how we feel about stuff through whatever we do. So I don't know. I know how people feel about food. I've been around people like that. I remember this girl that I had a huge crush on, and I just refused to be with her
Hold on,
because of
caller.
how she was with food. Like it was just too much. Like everything was just too serious. This my rice, and I'm like, rice?
Oh,
Nigga?
see, but
Like,
that's a
nigga,
different
we not-
thing. It's
Yeah.
not like it's
So,
mine. It's
but
mine.
I think I grew up with a big family. So like even now, like when me and my wife go out to eat, like we share food. Like
Oh, yeah.
I don't mind sharing.
When you guys are
Sharing
sharing?
is not
I
the
don't
problem.
wanna
everything. Like I
It's-
buy it with
Again,
the
you
intention
had
of.
to-
But I feel that about food for me is about sharing of the experience. It's not
Yes.
about me.
Yes.
So if I'm tasting something good, I want you to try this
No.
good food.
That's
what I'm saying.
a different thing too. If I'm eating some food and it's really good,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, Speedy, you got to try.
And
it.
I said no.
Then that's a whole different thing.
No,
Yeah,
I'm saying-
try
are you
it.
upset if I say
in
no?
general
No,
about
I'm not
food.
upset
That's
if you
different,
say.
yeah.
I know
The
people
only
that's
time
upset.
I get upset
Really?
is if I ask you, do you
Wow.
want me to buy you some, and you say no. So I set my mind on this is mine.
Right, but
And
see, I
then-
don't.
Caller, what's your
Caller.
name?
Yeah. Mm-mm.
I'm gonna take that as a mistake that you hung up on me.
No, that
So
was
let
on
me-
purpose. Nigga. Don't
let
get
me
it
tell you
twisted.
what
That was
fam-
on purpose.
No, let me tell you what family style is. Family style is when a bunch of people, let's say all of us go to a restaurant and we all order something and we say, hey,
It's a big
we're
plate.
going to share. Yeah, we're going to share, everything on the plate so everybody can
Much
have a
as I
little bit of
want to do
everything.
it.
I think it's called a buffet, Vernon.
It's
Yeah,
big.
something like that, but it's just like
talking about
that's
splitting
kind of
the
like
bill.
family style, a buffet type of thing.
No,
where
no, no.
everybody
No,
orders.
Vern is right. Vern is right. Vern is right.
Did you hang up?
No, I didn't. It's the phone be moving.
Hilarious. Hey, Vernon.
Family buffet. You
But
gonna call back?
You know what I really hate? I
gonna
hate
call
broke
back.
people. Broke people that go out, that'll hang out with you, and then you find out they broke at the last
Yeah.
minute. The check come to go.
Oh, you know what's like good for that? Hold on.
Hold on,
Caller,
Vern.
what's your name? Where you calling from?
You know what,
You don't play.
motherfucker?
Take your hands off your hip, Vernon. Go ahead.
But
take-
anyway,
Vern, I didn't know. Sometimes when you move the phone, it hangs up.
Speedy, I'm sitting here looking at you.
Oh,
So so what you trying to do is actually Donald Trump me?
It's a new adjective.
yeah, you didn't see what you saw.
But anyway, yeah, I mean that right there. I think I get madder off of that anything
Madder?
more so than
Matter,
anything
he
else.
said.
Yeah.
Like don't ask me for my food if I didn't offer it to you. Don't ask me for it.
Yeah.
And I don't like sharing food.
That's
And leave my
obvious.
fucking plate alone.
That brings out the ugly in you.
No, it brings out the hatred in me.
I feel
Wow,
it.
that's pretty
I
deep.
feel it. And see, that's when
Yeah.
you would need the salt lamp.
No, you don't. I got a
'Cause
finger lamp.
I don't.
Finger
that
lamp.
That ain't gonna help. Ain't none of that gonna help. Cause see, I was like that. Cause did your mother or father ever just eat off your plate?
All the time.
Yeah.
And
My-
didn't that just irritate
So my dad, when you would,
Different
I'll
thing.
never
Please don't
forget
tell
this.
us about the ice cream
I wasn't finna say the ice cream.
or the apple
Wait,
I
what?
wasn't gonna say the apple.
or whatever that is that you talked about 50 times over. So you finna hang up on me again,
Leave Vernon know you by now.
No, Arnaz J. So Arnaz J, when he lived out here, we would always go play ball. But afterwards, we'd go eat or get something, whatever. And he always didn't have no money. He said, "Oh, all I got a credit card." I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, nigga."
Just use it.
But back then, people were using credit cards all the time. They had cash, but now everybody has pretty much a card on them. But he never paid. Hernandez never paid. Like never. I look at we go somewhere, I get it one time, you get it next time. Or if you don't have it, generally don't have it, that's fine. I get it.
Yeah.
It ain't no biggie. I'm not like, you gotta get some money next time. But you can't work me every fucking time we go out.
Every time.
That's
time.
Yeah.
But that's just
That's
it.
a lot.
You got
Gotta
those.
bring out the ugly.
You got those. Me and Matt Marv went out one night to Sam's Hofbrau, and Sam's is a titty bar downtown, but they got awesome. No.
Should have known. I know it wasn't no burger joint
I
named
knew he was going to
Hofbrau.
say that.
No. The food was off the chain.
Strip clubs got some of the best food in the world.
Yeah.
No, the ones downtown.
No, I'm saying in general.
Yeah. So we went down specifically for their steak. They had a steak special. Mara goes, they got a steak, baked potato, vegetables, and a salad. $5. I said,
Okay, it's not bad.
What? $5.
Cost $50 to get in, but
No, it was
it's a joke.
it was 20.
So you pay $25 for the steak.
Basically. So we go up in that mug and we eating, and one of his partners, Clay, we had to pay for that nigga to get in. We had to pay this nigga.
He'd have been outside.
This nigga was mad because, hey man, I ain't got it. Y'all think y'all could piece up and all?
No.
And I was just on that Marv was like that. So when the lap dance comes, he gonna slide on over while Marv was getting a lap dance. He's like, man, she good on us, huh? He's like, nigga, I'm paying for this lap dance.
Well, you can't stop him from seeing. What brings out the ugly in you, Doc?
The one that I said was don't wake me up for something stupid.
Yeah.
For sex?
Now,
No, for something stupid. Like I can't find my keys.
Oh,
or,
yeah, ask you where the remote
something
is.
stupid.
Nigga,
Yeah.
I'm asleep. How would I
Like
know?
what? I mean,
where the
yeah.
remote is?
so how does a person know
stupid.
that? Did you tell the person ahead of time, like, yo, I don't like to be woken up?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll say it before they get kicked
Say-
out.
Before they get kicked
No.
out.
So the first
You just
time is a
woke me
pass.
up. No,
First time was a pass. Like, hey.
Yeah, don't do it again. Yeah.
So he's supposed to tiptoe out?
no.
You gotta say
It
bye,
can't
give
be
you a kiss on the
something
forehead. And we always
Yeah,
go,
you can kiss
I'll call
me.
you later. I don't know why we do that.
No.
Do you wake up
Yeah.
angry or do you get angry after you realize what they woke you up for?
Once you realize it's
After
something
I
stupid.
realized, yeah.
Okay.
can't
Because
find my
I don't
keys.
wake up like all angry or something, but
Okay.
when you like fully wake up, you're like, wait, you just asked me for some keys and you woke me up out of a good sleep,
Yeah.
the deep good sleep or something.
I've gotten upset
Yeah.
about that before
I'm like,
with my kids, because
Mm-hmm.
my brain is going. Sometimes it's hard for me to fall asleep. And so if you know it's been hard for me to fall, don't wake me up for something stupid. Mommy, can I have something? And I'll be like,
Oh,
I
yep.
said, what?
How old are they?
Yeah.
How old are
What?
Yes.
21 and 22. No, I'm playing.
13
making
and
up numbers.
17.
they? 13 and 17.
Yeah.
The 17 ought to be cooking for the 13-year-old and leaving you a shit.
Well, we're not talking about cooking. They can both cook.
No, I'm talking about anything.
them waking me up.
Anything. Look,
Yeah.
all I knew was my mama, when the door was closed, don't
go
ask
in
her
that
for
Yeah.
shit.
You could not go.
I
in
never
my
close my door.
No?
Mm-mm.
My mother
Unless
did.
I'm naked, and then I don't
My
want my
mother's
son
door
to
is
see me
closed.
naked.
By what
'cause Speedy
times-
said,
by what
don't
times
be
are you
walking
naked,
around
though?
Don't
naked.
walk around naked.
Robbie.
But what time do you
What time?
It varies.
The window is right in the front.
My door is closed.
Tangie. My car
Robbie's
broke
here.
down.
Robbie's here outside.
All right, what about you, Nick? What brings out the...
Telling him happy birthday.
No,
yeah.
no, not that.
Happy birthday,
Don't call
Nick.
Nick. Nick, I know when I'm looking at
on
my
the
phone,
weekend? On the
and I'll
weekend?
call,
Yeah.
and I know he's staring at it like, what my dad want? And I'm like, 4 rings, 5 rings.
Because, Pop,
6.
I got two options. The good book says, honor thy father and thy mother. So
Well, do what I say now.
That's not what that means.
Yes, it do.
That's not what that
Yeah,
means.
It is what it means.
That's not what honor your parents means.
That's what I wrote down. I don't know what you wrote down.
That's why I follow the good book and not the
Your
speedy
son
book.
get
So I got
The
two
Speedy
options.
book.
And,
Yeah.
and everyone knows I do not answer my phone Friday sundown, Saturday sundown.
But this was
Yeah.
Thursday
There's
evening.
no reason to call me. There's no reason to text me.
Yeah.
Unless you want to get cussed out. That's what I assume. I
Yeah.
assume either you got a biblical
You ain't cuss
question.
me out now.
So I got two options. Either
Yeah.
cuss somebody out or don't say anything.
Yeah.
I'll take the
But you
latter.
know if I'm calling you, it's important.
It pops. The last few times you called me on Saturday, it ain't been important. And every time
To you, it's important to me.
I look at the phone.
It's very
and I'm
important
like,
to me.
It's not about you on Saturday.
It is about
Yeah.
It's
me.
not.
It's my life.
It's not about you though.
You know,
my life ain't about your life. My life is about serving the Most
It's
High.
weird how you bring
So
somebody into this world
on Saturday,
and then they treat you like you ain't.
That ain't
You
my
can't call
problem.
me.
That's
So
not
Nick,
my problem.
it's from Friday sundown to Sunday sundown.
Yes. And
Yeah.
if somebody can't respect it, that's not my problem.
It's not a
either.
matter of respect.
That's not.
It's important.
None of that's my problem. That's what nobody
is
understands.
important?
No, it's not my problem.
That is important.
Don't call me on Friday sundown.
But it's important.
Don't call me. I'm the wrong person. I can't do nothing for you on Friday sundown.
Yes, you can.
I can't do nothing about your issues.
It's not an issue.
Whatever the problem is,
It's
I
not
can't.
a
I can't
problem.
fix it. I can't adjust to it. I can't solve it. I ain't got no advice but the scripture.
You act that way during the week.
That's it. I'm trying to be consistent.
Nick, is there anything else that you do during those times that you don't do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever?
No. Saturday.
When did Friday get
So the
thrown in?
eating is the same. Your behavior.
Well,
you watch
I don't
TV,
really-
go to the movies, have sex. All that's the same.
Well, yeah. So exactly. So the Sabbath, right? It says man was made. I mean, the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. Meaning, I wasn't born to serve the Sabbath.
Right.
Right. The Sabbath was made for me to have a day to relax and observe the Most High.
And what day is this?
That's Friday sundown, Saturday sundown.
Let's see, you never told me about the Friday.
And so what time is
After
that?
he
So
leaves
he'll
here.
be
Sundown.
clear.
Sundown. It's based on the sun.
So it depends on how the
as long as
season
the sun is up,
is.
you can call me. The moment that sun hit down,
You
it's a
can.
wrap.
Yeah.
And then so
It's a wrap.
you can't call after the sun on Friday. He cannot call all
put
day
your phone up.
Saturday. And when the sun comes back up.
No, when the sun goes down Saturday, you can hit my line.
Oh, so not Sunday sundown, Saturday Sunday.
Yeah, Friday
Speedy.
sundown.
But that's
I'm a call.
That's keeping it.
Because if
That's
it's
keeping
important,
orthodox.
I'm
That's
calling.
it. No, I don't know
Yeah.
nothing about that, Robbie. I'm keeping the most.
What's
high
what's
commandments.
wrong?
No. But I mean, to me, it just sounds orthodox because it's
No,
it's very
No,
it's very
that's-
strict.
What
It's
I'm
very
talking
strict.
about is before all that. This come from the earth. That's what I'm saying. That's what people don't understand.
What earth?
This
The earth wrote it?
This is what the Most High. You gotta imagine something. If He didn't put this in place, nobody would have a day off. You mess around and work for somebody, they make you work every day of the week. Just like you have a regular job and you always have a day off. Where do you think they get that from?
I wonder when they
That's
go to
amazing.
sleep, like
That's
in Alaska, like, because don't they have seasons where it's the
6
sun
months.
is out?
Yeah.
6
Yeah.
months.
Sun
And
up
so I
all-
wonder
all
when
day
they
up there.
when they
You don't
have
want
Sabbath.
you don't want that. You don't
Yeah, I
want
don't
that.
know.
Sleep.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's predicated on.
What was that
the,
movie they did?
sun.
The guy was a killer or
30 Years of Dark. 30 Years of Night.
was
Vampire movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
30 Years. No,
That
but
was
oh,
actually a
no,
good
no,
movie.
no. I know the
That
one you're
was a
talking
good
about with
one.
Robin Williams and
Yes.
Al Pacino.
Yes.
Oh yeah. That
Oh
was a good
my!
one
And
too.
he went
That's a
insane
good
on that
cast.
one.
That's
Insomniac.
You ever seen it, Nick?
Nah,
That's
Robin
good.
Williams and Al
Whoa.
Pacino.
That's a good one.
Robin
Man.
Williams, he's a good actor.
Yeah.
Al Pacino played the detective.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he couldn't go to sleep because you don't
You
sleep.
ca-
The
you-
sun, like the sun is up.
You've been now. You've been there to do those gigs, right?
No, when
In
I went,
Alaska?
it was they were. I
I've
didn't
been
go
there.
during that.
I've been there.
I went during that time, and it is they got the blackout. The first time I seen blackout shades, and it was like 3:00 in the morning. We had did the gig. We went out to a strip club to eat afterwards
In Alaska?
in Alaska,
Oh.
and then we no.
Oh, you start off with. I was at a strip club.
I know.
Do you check out? Do you look up where the strip clubs are in the city before you go?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
the app.
no.
Yeah, the
I
app.
got the guy. Usually the guides take us. Some of the guides
He has
take
a
us.
guy.
Yeah.
I mean a guide.
When
got a guy.
you get a massage, do they give you a happy ending?
No, I don't do those.
You don't do happy endings, or you don't do massages?
I don't do the happy endings. That's
Why?
Oh, you get massages?
Why?
I get massages from females, yeah, because they have gentle hands.
But you don't do happy endings.
Yeah. Why
No.
don't you? Why don't you do that?
The happy ending?
Yeah.
No motherfucker's mouth is
surprised.
big. Hell no.
Oh, but with the massage, it's not always their mouth. It
Yeah, it
could
could
be
be
the
their
hand.
hand.
I don't do those.
Why you
either.
frown?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
You sound
I know,
look like a
he's
dude came in the
offended.
room.
He
Hey, buddy.
No, I'm
How you doing, Robbie?
I know. I'm a little picky.
Relax.
I'm a little.
My name is Charles.
I'm your masseuse. My name is
So
Leslie.
somebody come in. Hey, he got somebody. Go on to the other room.
My hands may be a little cold.
But he
No.
said he gets women because they have soft hands. So I was wondering if he would let the women give them a happy
Yeah.
ending.
No, because I'm a little.
That's what I was wondering, too.
I'm picky.
Yeah, you feel like you've been rubbing in dirt. I don't know. Damn.
I
You got
have.
rough-
I
you got
got.
rough
I
hands?
got.
You have strong hands.
I got strong hands. I do.
Your son did more of the work. Your hands would be so goddamn strong.
I like
So
having
no
strong
wonder
hands.
why she's
What?
jerking dudes off.
So when my man, when I touch him, he can feel it. When I hug somebody, they know I mean it with love.
No, that's.
And
kinda
I
manly.
braid hair. I do hair. I do, I'll paint. I do stuff.
You paint? What that got to do with you?
I use my
Painting
hands.
in your house. I haven't
Uses
seen
her
no
hands.
paintings.
You haven't paid attention to the
Wait, wait.
paintings
Well, I
because you
tried
in there
not. Wait,
fussing
wait.
about other stuff. But
Have
the
you ever had
majority of the stuff
Have you
in
ever had
there,
a
I
massage
painted.
Tangie and got a happy ending?
No.
Since you asked me.
No.
Would you like one?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Let me tell you what.
Do you let your wax lady play with?
I don't get wax.
Werewolf pussy. Woo!
Fridays, right?
Oh, my bad.
When I went to, boy, that just made me sad. He said that. See, that's something that I would have to do some salt lamp because that made me sad.
Robbie.
Wow.
Somebody said Robbie need a sugar lamp.
Yeah. Nakia said Robbie looks up the strips and swinger clubs for each city.
Yeah.
Well, we're in Rome.
Hey, Marquis said something good. He said, I don't like it when my show is on or when you go to the movies and the people won't stop talking.
Oh, you don't talk to me.
I love that.
I think y'all don't
You're
like
right.
people.
No,
I think that's what I'm hearing.
I'm at the movie. I don't need you to talk to me at the movie.
Yeah,
Can I just say something? I think y'all
Why
don't
are
like
you talking to me?
I talk to the
human
movies.
beings.
Huh?
I think listening to everybody talk today. I just think
I like
people
human beings.
Don't like human beings.
And I talk
I
in the movies.
enjoy human beings. I just want to be able to listen to the movie.
That's not part
I
of
didn't
being a
come
human being.
here.
Like if the baby's
We don't
crying
like to
in the
be
movie.
bothered.
If you want to listen, you should probably watch it on.
No, but we don't like to be bothered. Well, look,
Stay home.
we come from a generation of double features. We didn't have the We didn't have a multiplex movie
That sounds
cinema.
very antisocial to me, Robbie.
No, it's not antisocial.
To talk to you during the movie.
No,
No, not talk to you, but talk
during theater.
like even watching what's the movie with the black superheroes that everybody was excited about?
Wakanda.
Wakanda.
Black Panther.
Watching Black Panther in a black movie theater
Totally
versus in
different,
a white
right.
theater. That black movie theater, it was the bomb because everybody was like, "Whoa!" We were all getting the jokes. We were all talking.
I got that
The
part.
white
I'm
theater,
talking about
it was
holding
quiet.
the conversation. I'm talking about going, "Oh, it's crazy." I wonder why he did that. If
But
we watch the movie,
Yeah.
we'll find out.
My point is that I've been alive long enough to realize we've all encountered all these things, right? So I realized this is just people. This is how people are. People are not one way. People don't just go to the theater and sit there and be quiet. People
Shut
go to
the
the
fuck
theater,
up.
they bring babies, the baby crying in the back.
Never understand that.
People throw popcorn. This is people.
But he is talking about something different. Like he's talking about if Speedy takes me to the movies, he's fine if I go, "Oh, that was crazy. Oh my goodness." But if I say, "Speedy, do you think we can go get something to eat?"
Will you shut the fuck up about the movie?
Yeah.
I got you 100%, Tangie,
Yeah.
right?
See, that's different. That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. That's what I'm talking
I
about.
got you, but when I leave my house and decide to go to theater, all that comes into account. There might be a baby there. The person, I had nachos dropped on me one time. You know how people scoot behind you?
Damn.
The lady was scooting behind me and just dropped her nachos.
And you didn't get upset.
And you ate them?
I just said
That kind of stuff wouldn't upset
and
me.
she was as she's cleaning them off. I'm just looking forward.
So
I'm like, if I get upset,
Go
what
ahead,
am
Andrew.
I gonna do? Beat the woman?
So-
up in the theater?
so-
Yes, fuck her up.
I gotta stay
And-
home next time.
And what's the movie with?
But Nick, what about if we went to the movies? If we were dating, we went to the movies, and it's a great movie, and you're watching the movie
not
or
gonna
trying to
watch
watch
the
the
movie
movie,
with
and look,
At all.
and I'm kissing on you.
We not watching no more movies, Tangie. That's over.
Tangie,
Movies
we
over.
Would that get
watching
on your
all
nerves?
we watching all our movies at the house on Fire Stick.
Or
Dead.
what about if if you're watching the movie, and it's a great part, and I'm like, "Do you think I should go to the rollout show next week?"
No.
No, I would just take listen, this is the difference. I would take into account, okay, this is Tangie, right? So now I know. If Tangie, you want to go see a movie, I go see one I really don't want to see with Tangie.
Oh,
That way, it
smart.
don't matter
Yeah.
what happens.
If I behave like
I got
I
one-
would,
It don't
be like,
matter though.
I got
See,
one.
That's why I love
Okay, I'm
Yeah, you
sorry.
can do you. I'd be like, go ahead, talk through the whole
Oh,
movie.
so
Shit.
you-
One quick question.
I love that,
Call
Nick.
it-
Thank you.
Yeah.
Caller, go ahead.
I wonder why they
would
haven't
you think
come
of
up
somebody
with
else?
somebody hasn't come up with the technology where you have
Shoot somebody over the phone?
headphones and you could be able to take headphones to the movie theater and watch the movie and have headphones on.
Oh, kind of like the clubs they have now, huh, Vernon?
Yeah.
Well, it would
So
have
you don't
worked.
have so you don't have to listen to people running their mouth and
Now, Vernon, you think it'll work
and
if
doing
you
popcorn and having full-blown conversations behind you where you trying to watch the movie and these stupid sons of bitches want to keep shut
Breathe,
the fuck
breathe,
up.
breathe.
now, Vernon,
breathe,
I'm
breathe.
gonna
That's
say
why I
something.
like.
Hold
That's
on,
why I
Vernon.
like getting to the movie.
All right, Vernon, shut
Vernon.
up. Now listen, Vernon. Vernon,
At the hand
Vernon,
check,
let me help you,
so can't
Vernon.
nobody-
Vernon, let me help you,
Go
Vernon.
to the movies
Vernon,
with
let me help you,
Vernon.
Vernon.
I love you, Vernon.
Now, a broken clock is right at least 2 times a day, right? Jay-Z
broken
said
clock?
it, even a trash can gets a steak occasionally. You know what I mean? So everybody wins sometimes. I think Vernon finally said something genius,
Which was?
and I think that would be cool if they had a movie theater and
Oh,
they had
headphones.
an optional headphone port or a Bluetooth port
Yeah.
where you can just plug in, because everybody has headphones now.
Yeah, because a lot of times,
And I think that
a
would
lot
help
of
a lot
times,
in
if you're
theater.
in the theater, you may miss something important. You may miss some important dialogue, or you may miss something important because of all
It
the
might be a
surrounding
safety
noise. If you had
That's what I
headphones
was
on, a
gonna
lot
say.
of times people it burns better.
I knew.
All right, so
No, but
so hold on.
but that was a. I'm sorry. Go ahead, because
So at Top Gun,
Thanks, Vern.
Thanks, Vernon.
Shout out
Top
to Vern.
Gun, there's a guy in the theater who was snoring. Now, I'm talking about that deep when he was, and it was, and everybody seen the movie. There's parts of it where it gets a little quiet.
Yeah.
And my man, and the whole theater was laughing. And he had, I guess, a young lady with him, and everybody kind of looking at her like, if you wake him up, we good. Motherfucker, so
He probably like A-Dot. She know not to wake him up.
Yeah. Probably, exactly. He's knocked out, yo.
so
She's
somebody
like
go,
scared.
white folks, they went told. So somebody goes tell. So you see the guys coming in looking for who's snoring. This motherfucker didn't snore. And so we're like, come on. So I was like, seriously? And that's why I was like, seriously? So that's going to turn this into a fucking joke. So he walks down. My man comes back up. As soon as he goes out the door, my man said, I said, come. He snored the whole, to the end.
I would have just got my money back.
No, see, now why you going to get your money back? You just said you can't stop shit.
That had nothing to do with the corporation.
would've got
They're
the money
prepared for this. They have money for these things.
Yeah.
They set money aside.
If people don't want to see the movie.
Yeah, refunding tickets. And
Now you tell
I went to the movies. I went to the movies
also-
to a scary movie. It was a horror movie that this guy that I was dating at the time took me to.
You were dating a guy?
And I was jumping. Like I was, because it was scaring me. And he kept saying,
I hate
Tangie, shh.
that.
Tangie, shh. Did I move away from him or did he move away from me? Whatever it was, we moved away from each other. Because I said, how you going to take me to a movie that's scary and not expect me to be scared? And I
Caller.
have never gone to the movies with him again.
You sure wouldn't. Caller, what's your
won't.
name? Where you calling from?
This DJ out there in Vegas for the record. One more again.
What it do, dog?
I'm with Rob. I'm with Rob and Speedy on this one, man. Do not start talking to me during a movie. Like,
yeah,
for number one, it's a quiet theater. It's a public place. Everybody's trying to enjoy the movie, and it's like I hate when I went to see Top Gun 2, which was fire, with my girl, and she's sitting there asking me questions, and I'm like, oh my god! All you have to do is watch the movie,
or watch the first one. Because usually people asking questions don't know what's going on.
This is what I told people. This is what I told everybody. You don't even have to watch the first one because the second one gives you flashbacks.
Sure
so
does.
Yeah, it does.
If you see the second Top Gun 2 and then you try to go back and watch the first one, you're not going to appreciate the first one. You just have to be there. If you haven't seen it yet, there's no point in even watching it because you're not going to respect it. Because there's too much technology in the second one that make it look too good.
Yeah.
And the first one look like trash if you really go back and look at it. But yeah, it's like one time when I went to the movies with my homegirl and my homie, and he had a girl with him, and she drunk, and they start talking, and I had to be like, hey, like, why aren't you talking to her? Like, stop talking to her. Like, it's so, and she was like, and then some white girl said, shh, I know you didn't just shush me. I was like, oh my god, I was like, man, it's the last time.
I can't.
It's common courtesy. Don't do that shit.
You're right, DJ. Out the way, good one, man. So Tangie,
Yes,
sir.
Just fill me out. So I went to go watch Silence of the Lambs.
Okay.
So the scene when they're inside, he's inside the little cage and he's handcuffed, and they're coming in to bring his food. And my man sets the food on the ground. He gets out of the handcuffs, and when my man look up, he hits him. So at that moment, the young lady I was with screamed. I screamed too because she scared me. So it was like, ready? And everybody in the theater's laughing. I said, bitch, what's wrong with you? Why you screaming and shit? But I hate that shit. If you jump, I'ma jump. And there's gonna be a mother. The popcorn's gonna fly everywhere. But literally, she was, because the scene, everybody remember that scene, he was cuffed.
Right.
And when my man looked over and saw the cuffs was loose, motherfucker!
Yeah.
And I said, what the fuck is wrong? And this dude behind me was dying laughing. I said, anyway, nigga.
Yours was better than what he did. He was like, Tangie, shh.
Because that's annoying.
Tangie. And he's an athlete, so he's very,
He plays softball.
Tangie.
That's not athlete.
No, he doesn't play softball.
DJ out the Vegas
boxer.
He reminded me of something that I do hate though. I hate when people ask me questions and we're both watching the movie for the first time.
That's what I was talking about.
No.
That's what I was talking about.
I don't mind talking. Like the talking is whatever.
No, I'm saying what you just said.
But how would I know this information? Both times we both seen this.
Is he gonna kill her?
And I'd be like, what they doing? I'd be like, if we just wait 5 minutes, the plot gonna unfold. So I don't want to guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I always be like, I've never seen
ahead,
this.
Rob.
I don't know.
I got one question. Has there been any scary movie or any movie you've seen that kind of got you on nerve where you just had to leave the theater?
No, not leave.
Or a scary movie so scary that you couldn't take it?
The Exorcist.
Shit.
You left?
No, I didn't leave. I stayed,
Yeah.
but
What's
when
the
we got
sc-
home,
the
I
scariest
told the
movie
story.
I
We
ever
got
seen?
home and I looked in the closet. And the guy was like, "Is the clothes moving?" I snatched all this shit down. I told him, my dad. We went to go see. My dad never prayed ever. This one time he did.
See, Vern, I remember this story. Go ahead, Speedy.
You know what I'm gonna say? I might go. I've never been scared in a theater, but I remember the only time I've ever jumped in a movie, and I still remember to this day, was watching The Ring.
The Ring was scary?
No, it was a part. I think when
The Ring was scary.
when they were on the boat and something happened with the horse. And I think the horse panicked and like rushed the dude and fell over. Whatever happened, however they set it up, I remember jumping in the theater. That's the only time I've ever been scared watching anything. I vividly remember being like, "Oh shit!"
The scariest.
And my heart.
What's the
what I
scariest
mean?
movie?
The scariest one I seen was The Evil Dead when it first came out.
The Evil Dead. Was it vampire? I mean, not vampire. Zombies, right?
It's sort of like zombies. It was like the undead. It was like these people were having a seance in a little cabin, and then it just started.
So you screamed in the theater.
This is the worst part. We had begged my mother to take us to see it because you remember PG, you couldn't see it under 15.
Oh yeah, to go to parent.
No. Well, before PG-17, you had to be at least 13.
13. PG. 13.
You had to be PG-13. You had to be 13 or have it accompanied by a parent. So we begged my mother. My mother sat there with us. The first 5 minutes was so demonic. Rah, rah, rah. We were like, we gotta go. My mother just started laughing. No. I'm not wasting $5. No.
Yeah, I couldn't leave.
The only
my
movie I
theater.
ever walked out on and asked for my money back was Meet Dave.
Oh.
What's that about?
Eddie Murphy.
Oh yeah, that was
It was a horrible movie. Horrible.
I got scared during
And-
Poltergeist.
I thought you.
Oh, Poltergeist.
That bullshit.
That clown.
Poltergeist.
The clown.
Yes.
Like, did you scream?
Yes. And like Robbie, like my mom, they were like, "We paid for this. You're gonna." And I'm like,
Sit your little ass down.
Yeah, but Speedy, you remember that your parents would give you $3 to go to the movies. It was
Is this the 50s?
No. I mean, it was the 70s and 80s because it was $1.75. It was $1.75 to get in, and then your popcorn and everything and drink, and then the bus back.
It was a long time ago.
You could do all that with $3.
$3.
Al out of Houston said, "Tell Speedy he got scared
That's what I
during
was
the
gonna
refrigerator scene of 9.5 weeks because they wasted food."
OG Sleepy Loke said
the only
Speedy can't
time-
handle any movies about famine,
The
so
only
being
time I seen
concerned
that-
about food.
About famine.
I want y'all to know today Speedy
funny.
gave me lettuce. He had lettuce and he had
Tomatoes?
tomatoes. I was very proud.
She's full. She's stuffed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you go to Tangie's house.
Ted, you used to eat raw?
Yes, nigga.
I do still eat
So,
raw.
I see a stove, but I ain't never seen her put anything on the motherfucker. So when I get there, she
Hold on,
got
caller.
leaves and squash. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Caller.
Caller.
Going once. I'm gonna do my favorite
Hello,
thing.
Vernon?
Shit I love to do.
Who's your mama?
Yeah, Tangie
nothing.
is everything's. No, I didn't. What paintings in your house that you painted?
I painted the long
The one of
one.
your mom?
No, that was a picture.
I thought it was a painting.
No, that was a picture, but I painted the long one of me with my locks, and you see my behind. You remember that
I never
one?
noticed that.
The angel. You don't remember.
What
I'll show
angel?
you next time you come.
Oil on canvas, or what do you do? You
I'll
do
show you.
pencil?
I
do
do
pencil?
all of it. I don't. No, I don't. I guess I don't do all of it. I do oil and I do acrylics.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'll show you when you come to
And
the
how
house.
often do you paint?
Before my career changed, I used to do it a lot. I used to have paint parties, and people would come
That's
over and
good.
we would all paint. I'll invite you.
You've
to the
never done a
next
paint
one.
and sip?
I'm cool.
You need to you need to do a paint and sip.
No, nigga, I don't like how you said that. Don't tell me what I need to do.
No, it's really cool because your artistic side comes out,
Well,
and the food is good.
so the reason I ask, because I have canvases, and the best place to buy your paints, if you do paints or markers or anything like that, is Ross and canvases. The canvas is $2 at the most.
Really?
For the really big ones, $4 or $5. Yes, best place
blank canvas.
They may have stained black canvas.
Because my son goes to Blick, and he goes.
Nah, bro.
They rob. I spent $3,000 at Blick on
Go
time.
to Ross.
But you're an artist as well.
Yeah, but I would say this though. It depends on what he's doing though, because
but they have everything. They have the
he's a cartoonist. I showed you his shit. My son's incredible.
I would tell him, just because I know how when it comes to painting, you have to just keep practicing. So I would definitely get materials from Ross. But if he's selling the art, I would definitely go Blick, because it's a higher oil-based painting, and if you're selling painting, you don't want somebody to have your painting in 5 years. It looks totally different from when they bought it. Starts to crack, and the paint changes color and all that.
So I guess I'm saying, like kids, like you said, Nick said, if you
practice
start
it,
practicing, go to Ross, man. When I tell you, you can get it all. If you're over 50, they get Tangie. If you're over 50 and you go to Ross, they give you 10% off, 20% off.
Really? I am
on your whatever you buy on every Tuesday.
Let me write that down.
And I need to start doing that.
At Ross. Or if you're over 50, you have to be over 50.
I'm over 50. You can get a gloss acrylic to put over your paint. So let's say if you don't use a expensive paint and use a cheaper paint, you could just cover it when you're done with a gloss acrylic, and that'll preserve the color and all that kind of stuff.
Does the cheap paint flow the same way when you paint?
No way. Because the more expensive paints are higher pigment and higher in the oil content.
Yeah, I like
so
that.
Like I have a brown that it took maybe a week and a half for it to dry, just one layer of paint.
Yeah, so I can't.
But you do regular brush, or do you do the airbrush thing now?
I want to learn how to use a spray can.
Yeah.
I really want to know this, but I just feel like I obviously need a large enough canvas to practice like a wall. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, but they have some big canvas. I'm telling you, man.
If
you have kids out there and you're listening, go to Ross.
Go to Ross.
Go in there. The section where the paint is. They got all the paints of kids. They got the sets. They have the. If you want to buy individual paints, they have that. If you want to buy acrylic paint,
get your kids some clay.
Clay.
See, that's
we
what I'm
have
saying.
Get all over the house.
A lot of kids grow up painting, which is cool. But art is subjective, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a functional thing. So you have to build a fan base. People have to like your art. All these things come into play. Something that's functional art pieces are clay, right? Because I can make bowls. I can start up my own business. I can make clay bowls. I can make clay pots. I can make. I can literally make anything from clay. It's just tangible and sell it.
See, but
somebody who's not necessarily an art fan. You know,
see, but you know what you're talking about is stuff that we went to high school on. I had made ashtrays and made bowls and everything.
I learned that from my grandfather. Like I didn't do that in school. My grandfather, I would go to my grandmother's house and he would be in the kitchen. He would make teeth. This nigga made teeth. He made dental teeth. He made
out of porcelain stuff.
Yeah, he would make. And I would sit there and watch it. He would watch a Laker game and he would making either clay jewelry. He would make my grandmother tons of clay jewelry, earrings, necklaces, everything. And he would make dental teeth. He would make all these type of things. So I would see him do this. He would show me how to, mix the clay and all this kind of stuff, and how to heat it up and fire it and all that stuff in the heater. So I would say definitely, if your kids don't like the paint, because some kids just don't get it. Paint is not easy to do. You know what I'm saying? So some kids may not take to it.
Madison does.
Try clay though. Like a lot. I see
my
a lot
son
of
gave me he made me a beautiful plate for my birthday. It's fabulous. And he made me a cup. No, it's I should have brought it. It's
I love
beautiful.
clay art because, like I said, it's art and tangible. You can use it.
Tangible.
Now, did you know he was making? Or you
no, I didn't. I didn't. It was a surprise.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's the only thing is I don't want to use it, so I have it propped up because of how he painted it and all that stuff. It's just fabulous.
He thought you were gonna use it as a plate.
He didn't know what I was going to do with it.
No, because usually people make those. I'm assuming you're not going to use it as a plate. I don't want to see it in the dishwasher.
Oh no, but we have plates that we painted that we use as plate plates.
Oh,
really? Yeah. We're artsy people. Like they got those little sets where you could buy 4 plates and the paint, and you can paint it and put it in the oven. We did that when they were kids. I'm creative, so Yeah.
But that was high school. We did that shit in high school. We made plates. I made chisels, screwdrivers. I made a toolbox. My mother still has the jewelry box.
You didn't make no macaroni frame.
Did you make the macaroni frame?
Everybody made macaroni.
We did that. We did that in elementary school.
That's first grade, Nick.
But in junior high,
mine was silver. My mama still got mine.
In wish up class, I made my mom a jewelry box.
I gave it to her.
It got nothing to do with me.
She did?
I'm just saying, I had it.
No, I made a wooden jewelry box with a lid. My mother still has it.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah,
that's
40
cool.
yeah, 40 years.
Nick, what did you make me?
I made a shelf that had the Jordan thing on the back, had the mirror in it, and it was a shelf that had a Jordan thing on it.
So
Jordan
you
logo.
lost what he gave you.
And
Yeah.
that was the first
How many
thing I
times we
ever learned
moved
how to
since
do.
then?
Damn.
That was the first thing I learned how to do in wood class.
And you don't like
I took
moving
wood
to this
shop.
day.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that was the last year they had wood shop.
I hate
love
now.
to move.
You know what though,
Wood shop,
Robbie?
Yeah.
I love unpacking.
I love to move.
No, I hate moving. But when it comes to like unpacking, I'm
Yeah.
like, nigga, I work at box to box. I go, give me that box because I know where that stuff goes.
Yeah.
So I can organize better. But to pack up,
Yeah,
I hate
'cause
that
he's
shit.
a Virgo.
I
takes
hate
a
it.
lot.
I hate moving because as comics, you know, we had to find this. When I was living here in North Hollywood, I loved it. I didn't want to leave. But then when I was living in Culver City, I was like, yeah, because it was too far from where I need to be.
Yeah.
So then when I moved to Hollywood and then to Miracle Mile, I've been in Miracle Mile the longest. I was living, matter of fact, across the street.
So you don't mind packing your things to go.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Oh,
the same.
wow.
I'm the same with you, but to a degree. I just don't like the whole moving aspect anymore.
I never have.
I
hate.
love
Okay, yeah.
packing.
I hate
Like
I'm
that
excellent.
first day.
When it's time to move, I love packing. My mother and I would move every year. I remember
Shit, that's
we-
called
we-
eviction.
we did because my mother used to date this man named Ray Witzel, and Ray
Ray.
Witzel told my mother, whenever you can afford, wherever you're living, move to somewhere else. Always live beyond your means, and that's why. And you'll keep climbing. And so it was never eviction, but we would move
Wow,
all the
told
time.
you, man.
And I remember one Christmas Eve, she came in and said, "We're moving." And so I'm
Christmas
excellent.
Eve?
Christmas
Wow.
Eve, and I still
That's
would have
eviction.
the tree
Oh,
and the
that's
gifts and
bad.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
But we would
Blame it.
pack, and like the way we would pack is we wouldn't waste stuff. Like we would take clothes and wrap up the glasses and plates and wrap up the china and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it was nothing wasted.
But my question is, why move out of your means? I mean, I don't understand.
It wasn't. It was so that she wouldn't get comfortable, and she didn't stop moving until she was in this big, beautiful house and really comfortable. But older
So
and
every
not
place
interested.
before that was just to get to the next one.
To get to the next one. Yep. So we always kept growing.
Now,
so
was this guy still in her life, or is it just something he told her?
it was just something he told her. They did date for a while, Ray Witzel. That's why I
So
remember
think-
his name.
I wouldn't want to
but-
move like that.
Oh, I
Because that's too
loved
much
it.
stress.
I went to a different elementary school every
Tangie,
year.
Let me say this. This is a fact. When I was with my dad, we moved every year.
No, we didn't.
See, and probably
we
for
lived
the
more than a
same
year, Pops.
reason.
More than we always lived at least 2 years.
Where?
When you went to high school?
Where?
In Reseda. That house in Reseda? I waited till after you finished high school. then
No,
I moved.
no, Pops. Because then we moved over here.
No. Oh, Donald graduated. I'm sorry. Donald graduated. Because you moved, because
We
I
was in
moved
North
you to.
Hollywood.
Uh-huh.
No,
it was
no.
in Reseda.
I got you, but after that, remember we moved to North. We went
Yeah,
to
but Donald had
North,
graduated.
Pops, no, we moved to Northridge. Because I remember having to go to school, and I would always stop at the Northridge High School, college and play basketball. We moved to North. Listen, man, anyways. We never lived anywhere more than a year. I used to and it was crazy because my mom was the opposite, right? My mom would be somewhere
Stable.
at least like 5 years at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So she would be somewhere like 5 years, and then she would move. But anytime she moved, I knew like where she moves to, she's gonna be here for the next 4 or 5 years.
Oh, okay.
But on the flip side of that, I thought it was fun
Right.
to move. So I always trip on how my parents look at life and how I perceived it, right? So I
Yeah.
think a lot of
I don't know what
and
you saw.
I always tell parents like, look, as somebody who grew up and stuff, and I hear my mom like, well, I struggled in this. Those are the only times I remember that were fun.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's kind of an interesting way. But I
That is
knew every
interesting.
year with my dad we was gonna move to a different place. I thought that was a cool thing.
I liked it too.
You know, except for the one time we moved, and I think we moved to North Hollywood, and we unpacked. It was a house. It was a lot of brick on the outside. I remember that. And we unpacked everything, and we was up to like 3 in the morning. And for a kid, that's late. And I remember we went to sleep, and we literally woke up, and we had to move everything like the next day or two.
I don't remember that one.
I remember that vividly. It was
That's
North
bad.
Hollywood.
I know,
It was like
wow.
2 days later. He was like, "Oh man, we got to move. We moved to this other place." I'm like, "All right, I'm a little over this movie stuff now. It's getting a little ridiculous."
No, I
Dang.
hate moving, but I love like you are about packing.
Yep. So we could work together
Yeah.
because you like to organize and
Yes,
put
because
stuff-
because
Yep.
I want to get it right.
Yep. Yep.
Right.
Yep. Me
Instead
too.
of just putting shit in and where's that box going?
Yeah.
I usually tell people don't fuck with nothing.
Like Christmas, Speedy, like Christmas. Now I have to breathe because
Why?
the kids want to help. But I don't like, I do like it when they help. But I enjoy having all of my Christmas stuff your way. packed where I know it is, and then I can put it where I want it to go on the tree. And then when it's time to take down all the Christmas decorations, everything has a place. But when my kids help, it's like, I don't know. And I have to breathe because I'm like, let them help, Tangie. Let them help.
Now, how stable are you now?
Now with my kids because
I remember when you lived in Hollywood, when I lived in Hollywood.
Yeah, but since I had kids, I haven't left Valley Village because they both went to Colfax. And they both went to,
Hollywood High.
But now, now my daughter's going to go to Champs. So she's going to go to an art school. So after, I can move now. So I am actively looking.
And that was the thing with me. When I moved, I'm sorry.
Call her, what's your name? Where you call it from? If it's Vern, we're going to hang out.
No, don't do that. Speedy, it's a simple question. No, this is a question. When you unpack, what rooms do you usually start with first?
Because I have the boxes labeled, so it don't matter. Whenever whatever box comes in, I look at what's on there, and then I take that box to that room or the kitchen or whatever it is. Because once it go into the truck, it's in the truck. So when they're pulling them out, I work it from whatever pulled out, but I don't want nobody to help me. Unlike Tangie, I don't breathe. No, motherfucker, I got it.
No, why don't you let your sons help you so they can learn?
Speedy, when you're unpacking, like let's say you have all the boxes in the house, there are certain rooms that most black folks do first. Which room do you do first?
Probably my room to hang my clothes up. Because I'm the dude that spend I get those boxes from the store that you hang the clothes up in the box.
The big ones,
yeah,
the hangers.
And them motherfuckers like $10, and then you end up just tearing them up.
The wardrobe boxes.
Them motherfuckers like what, $20 a pop?
$30 a pop. What are you talking about?
Ain't nobody got time to pay for no hang
up. So the bedroom. So the bedroom. Who does the electronics?
I do. I do it all. So I just said I do it all. I don't let nobody do nothing else.
Nakia needs you to help her unpack.
What, she got snacks?
She just moved.
Tangie,
yes, Vernon.
And Tangie, what is your method of packing? What do you pack up first?
She has to sage everything first to make sure the energy
doesn't
travel with her.
I usually start with either the kitchen or like the knickknacks, like the trophies
because you don't never know how much stuff you got until you get ready to pack it up.
You're absolutely right.
That's why that's why hoarders don't pack up.
They don't?
But I'm excited, Vernon, about my next move because, and that's why my next move, I'm like, I'm gonna get rid of a lot of stuff. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Are you gonna sell it or give it away?
You kind of have to do both, selling and get rid of it, because you're purging yourself of the old to get new.
What I would say is I would sell it, but that's never what happens because in LA, it's too much. It's too much. You got to put it online or you got to have a yard sale and they're going to nickel and dime you. What I usually do is I can put it on the Valley Village website where, you offer people things, or I'll put it right there on the corner and it will be gone. I took a desk out of my house.
Valley, it's something about the Valley.
And don't leave your husband standing on the side of the street. It'll be gone
Valley's
in 2
the
minutes.
only part of the city. I grew up on Carson, all sides. The Valley, you set a brand new refrigerator out there. That motherfucker will be there maybe an hour.
Yep.
Somebody will drive by and that motherfucker's in the car. And I'm not saying they don't do that all around the country. They probably do. But something about the Valley.
It's like it's a known thing.
Yeah,
it's like
you just set it out there. It could be
not
a bed.
No. But I had TV. I had to get rid of.
Big back.
No. That one I called a electronics dude who came and took it apart. But it was going off and on and off and on and off and on. So I knew what the problem was. I didn't want to fix it. I just put it out there with the remote. It was gone within an hour. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hour and 45 minutes. It was gone. Then they brought it back.
They brought it back.
They brought it back, and then it was taken 2 hours later. Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's funny that they brought it back. I saw on the Valley Village website where the lady was like, my daughter was having a lemonade sale, and she set up, and then somebody took the chair and the table. Whoever took it, could they please return it? It wasn't for sale. So you can't leave nothing on the corner in the Valley in North Hollywood.
Imagine a little girl came outside, mommy.
And that's the Valley. That's the Valley Village Courier.
Valley Village yeah,
Because
you know the whole.
they still give the newspapers because we get the.
It's online though. I don't.
No, they still Beverly Hills Courier. They still for in our neighborhood and then the Miracle Mile News. They'll still give it to you.
Oh, okay.
You know, so you drop it off. So we look at all.
My mother would always tell us, you give away so that you can
bring
that comes back in because you have to give it. So I always give away more. When Nick, remember that time I came off tour, the Blame It tour. I think I had, let's say, was it 100? I think 100 pair of sneakers, probably about 100 pair of dress shoes. I don't really do dress shoes that much no more now. And I remember they came over. Even after they took some, I said, I still got it. It was too much. Like I had a room full of shoes.
Speedy, but do you get those shoes for free from Jamie?
Well, you know, those shoes I bought. I'm on tour. I buy my shit.
Oh, all right, Nick.
This ain't got nothing to do with Jamie.
You made me think about something too when you said Blame It tour. Did y'all talk about Monique and D.L. Hughley yet?
Well, yeah, I did last
Because I'm curious as to what you think about that.
I said it on Wednesday. I felt like she didn't have no material. And she hadn't been on stage. She hadn't worked that muscle. And usually on a show like that, she's got to do about 45, maybe 50 minutes. She spent 20 and some change on the rant. So now after I ranted, all I got to do is about 10, 20 more minutes.
She didn't do that. She ran.
No, she did a few more minutes after that.
I saw her run.
After the thing. But the thing is, again, that's what I think it was about. Because you got paid all that money. You're Monique. You can't, and you know people are recording. If you go up there and you do some sad shit, it's going to be out. You're not going to get no more gigs. And she hasn't, I don't know. I know her very well, but I haven't been around that circle. She hasn't been up doing stand-up. And it's something, you have to work that muscle on stand-up, for those who don't know. When we do the radio show and I invite the comics here, first thing I tell them is that if you're not going up like you should, you could come here and still keep your timing as far as jokes and just joking around, having fun. It's not completely stand-up, but you can still keep that muscle going.
I can tell you what, after my mother passed, my muscle was gone, and you helped me.
Oh, thank you.
ROLLOUT helped me, and then I did book some jobs doing comedy because it came back, so I appreciate you for that. And I was a lot more confident just going off the,
going off the top.
See, but this has helped me. This has helped me with mine as well. Only because it's not only the show, but it's the camaraderie. Because the old days of us shooting the shit before we got on stage and after.
That's what we would do.
And I missed that. And I'm sorry. The worst ones, you didn't want to bag with Speedy, Lavelle Crawford.
Me, Lavelle was the best.
Mike Epps. Sometimes Anthony Johnson.
Lavelle was the best.
TDP.
Because Lavelle has heard every fat joke known to man. You're not gonna get him on the fat jokes, and he could kill. So I saw what Corey said.
Oh yeah,
Corey went in.
Yeah,
and he kind of hit some of my points as well. But again, I didn't know they were beefing. I didn't know. I thought for sure. When she mentioned the shit about his wife.
Oh, my gosh.
Has nothing to do with stand-up.
I couldn't believe
nothing
it.
to do with stand-up.
You talking about when she said, I feel sorry? I couldn't, I was just like.
That came from another place. But again, I'm telling you, she didn't
What's
have.
that movie where the dude said, I feel sorry for your mother?
Yeah.
That was like one of those moments. Like,
Don't be a menace.
Then you
not
find
saying
out.
nothing bad, but the fact that the name even coming up.
Yeah.
Wait a
And
minute.
what about the lady who got mad at her boyfriend and poured his mother's ashes out in the ocean?
Is that what that was?
Oh,
I didn't
yes.
have my sound up. I just saw her throw it in the
She got mad at him and poured his mother's ashes. She
right
got
off the-
arrested.
I think what we're seeing.
She got arrested.
She deserved to get arrested.
I think what we're
yeah.
gonna start
That was
seeing is
sad.
how abusive women are in relationships. I think
hope
that's
not.
gonna.
They've
be
been
something.
abusive.
They just somebody
hope
just
not.
posted this
Just
thing.
coming
This
out.
woman drugged her boyfriend and cut his hair off. Like he had,
Oh,
he
my
had locks that had been
goodness.
grown for like 10 years before he met her.
Oh, that is so
and she
sad.
and she like. I don't know if she drugged him, but she could have just gave him intoxicated him with alcohol. Made him. She knew what she was doing. She got him drunk, took advantage of him, cut his hair off.
Well, women have been
that's sad.
all these women that's been making these men get them pregnant have been cheating
That
like
part-
that.
yeah, that
Y'all
part
haven't had
too.
any protection with that. Have y'all talked about Wendy Williams? How
we don't discuss men on this show.
how Wendy Williams, Wells Fargo took her money. They wouldn't give her money, and she was like, I want to take my money out because y'all aren't letting me have my money. I got to look it up to read it properly. And then they sued her. and won, and they have control over her money. So she did this video. They should give me my money.
How can they
how
keep
much
her
money?
That's the thing that
It's
people
not
need to be talking
your
about.
Money.
Hmm?
It's not, this,
That's what's so dangerous about
It's
it.
not your money. This guy named Five Mics. He just did a podcast. He was saying how he won the lotto. He's this dude from Harlem, ghetto dude, grew up selling drugs. He didn't win the lotto. He gave some people some money. They invested into a company for him. Company took off. He $12 million in now. He go to kind of cash out this share, get his money. He said it took a year and a half for him to do that. By the time he did that, the stock had dropped in half. And he said what he figured out was there's so many things set up where they do not want to see black people with money. And it's not, you can think whatever you want to think about this world, he said, but the banking system is set up this way. If you're a black person, you go in there, you got too much money, they're going to put all these hoops and all these little fees and all these things to try to, because they just can't wrap their mind around how can we put you at the bottom and you end up over here.
But look at this. In her medical absence from the Wendy Williams show, Williams has been fighting to take back control over her bank account. Attorney LaShawn Thomas told The Hollywood Reporter that Williams asked Wells Fargo for her bank statements so she could switch banks over suspicions about her former Wells Fargo financial advisor, Wells Fargo Lori Schiller or something. Wells Fargo refused and put a temporary hold on her account, claiming that she was incapacitated and a victim of undue influence and financial exploitation before filing a petition for guardianship. Wells Fargo continued its refusal to give her full access to her money.
Because they called her mentally unstable.
Williams and Thomas have denied any claims that she is not well enough to look after her own money. But how can they do that? During the time away from the show, she's employed holistic health professionals to help her reach optimum health and blah, 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 blah. Wells Fargo issued a statement at the time
Under a spell.
in an apparent effort to address Williams' concerns that she would be unable to pay her mortgage and employee wages. Wells Fargo priority is the financial well-being of Miss Williams and the preservation of her privacy. As we have expressed to the court, Wells Fargo is open to working with Miss Williams' counsel to release funds directly to her creditor for bills historically and regularly paid for her account.
Her creditor.
Wow.
So they
Isn't
want
that
to be the ones
something?
to make the pick. Okay, Rob,
It's crazy.
You don't move. Go ahead, Rob.
All right. Once again, I want to thank the ROLLOUT Radio Show for allowing me to come out.
It's all good.
I'm grateful to be here. Yeah, I drove here.
We had a gate, that'd be different.
Hey.
We're working on it.
Y'all know where y'all can reach me on social media, Rob, ROBBPERWIN, on all platforms.
Oh,
also,
you're leaving.
I have to go.
Oh.
50 Shades of Funny, 1 and 2 on Instagram and also on Facebook. Yeah. And y'all know the monthly series. This show is going to be hot. JP Justice out of New York's coming in. Paula Bell, Tina Maria Comedy coming in. And then also Jeff Brown.
Godfrey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Now, is it your year anniversary?
Year anniversary is next month in July.
Okay.
And then, unbeknownst, we're doing a celebration for Speedy in September.
What's happening in September?
We're doing my show with you on the bill.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, anyway, $50 tickets, 50 Shades
no
of Funny.
surprises. Don't. All right, thank you. So I thought too, Nick, you're not going to like this part about that whole Monique thing. I didn't know his mom was in the audience when she had that rant.
Oh,
yes,
that's
his mom
sad.
was in the audience.
That's really sad.
You can hook it underneath, but it's all
Are you
good.
serious?
Yeah, his mom was in the audience.
I don't think she knew.
That's sad.
Huh?
I don't think she knew that.
No, I know that. I'm saying I don't think she knew
Oh, you
that.
don't think she
But
knew
yeah,
that?
his mom was in the audience.
That's
again,
really sad.
I just feel like, if anything, if you don't have the material to do the show, don't do it. Because doing the show and taking that money, and then your ego is, well, I don't want to go up here and bomb, but I know I got 15 minutes. I can just talk to shit for 15 minutes. And I just need to find a way. And boom, next thing you know, you got to go, well, I'm not headlining.
You know what?
And her husband wrote the contract.
It's too impersonal now. It's not like the old days.
They can't hear you.
With you,
I can hear.
after the show, you whoop my ass.
Oh, yeah.
Now, everybody who's a bearer of bad news, everybody wants to hear all the tea. Who's
Yeah.
spilling the tea?
Yeah, you're right. Go ahead. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Daniel D.
Oh, what's up, Daniel D?
What's up?
You say happy birthday. Say happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I already did it. I did it in the chat room.
So?
But happy birthday, Tangie.
Thank you, Dani.
Tangie likes to hear it.
I do. Thank you.
What's going on with you, Speedy?
What's up, dog?
What's going on with you, Speedy? Hey, Nick.
Yes, sir.
I know I'm going fast. It's the lag in the The lag in the communication.
What's the word?
Hey, Nick.
Yes,
Pay
sir.
your bill.
It's like going on stage without
Daniel, what up?
material.
What up?
What you was talking about, on what you was talking about with dude, you do know that also there's a thing, I was watching this documentary, and there's a thing that's called a bail-in, right? And it's where the bank in some countries actually, to bail themselves out, can just take half of a person's money in their bank account. Like they said they did it in, I think it happened in Turkey, I think it was, or Syria. The country went, they took on the debt, the national debt of the country. Okay, and then the country's debt went, and it went defunct, right? So the bank then had no money at all. So they, because it was written in a clause, were able to take people's money. They and them take their money. So they said that the U.S. is actually looking into
get to the point.
Using that.
What?
That's what I'm talking. I'm talking to Nick. Ain't talking to you. I'm talking to Nick. Nigga, I'm talking to somebody with more than
what are you
third grade
talking about?
education.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking to somebody who got more than a third grade education. That's what I'm talking to Nick.
So you saying Tangie don't have more than a third grade education?
You notice I said speedy. Okay.
Well, look, I'm gonna go with you on there, Daniel. D, drop a little jewels for you. So you know the term banking, right?
Yeah.
It comes from, we get that from the Egyptians, right? Because they did all their commerce on the river, on the Nile River.
Okay.
Right? You can travel up and down the Nile River. If you have something to sell, you would go on the Nile River, travel up and down, sell your stuff. We get the term banking from that process. The banks are designed to control. This is why we call money currency. Like water currents, right? The bank, like the bank of a river, it pushes the water one way. It controls the water flow. That's what banks do in communities. So the point of a bank is not a place you can keep your money. The point of a bank is to control the currency flow in that particular area.
So when you see banks in a black neighborhood, that's not
so
a good
you should
thing.
ask yourself, what's the purpose of banks in the United States, period? That's where you should start. What is the purpose? Is a bank itself, the reason it's called a bank, is designed to control the flow of money.
That's why they're getting upset with
who has
Cash
it, who
App
doesn't
and
have it?
Venmo and all those things.
Who can
They're
get
taking
loans?
over
That's
it.
why you go to a bank to get a loan, because the bank's
Apple
going to
Pay.
decide where the currency flows. Does it flow into the black community? No. It's a thing called redlining. They went to the banks and made sure they don't give out loans for these communities because we don't want the currency to flow this way. We want it to flow this way. So I think if you just understand the dynamic of the society.
But that's not
we
what
live in-
Daniel said.
No, what he's saying is it's all corrupted.
Yeah, but he didn't say that.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. You can just skip to it.
Can you just skip
understand
your other shit and say what the fuck you trying to say?
It's all corrupted.
Can I say something else that they're saying in the
Hold
chat
on.
room that's a different
Break it
subject?
down, Tangie.
Thank you, Danny.
Thank you, Daniel D.
In the chat
Fuck you
room,
talking
Shout out to Daniel
Nakia
D,
said
dropping
that
jewels.
Mo has now brought up that his daughter was molested,
Mo
and
who?
he didn't. Monique.
Okay.
And he didn't believe her at first. She posted a clip on her
my God, why
Instagram
would you bring that
where
shit
he
up?
admits he didn't believe her, but he had to check himself. So now she's brought up the past hurt for this girl.
Yeah,
Wait,
but why? That's nothing
Mo
to do
and
with-
her daddy's
has
son
nothing to
brought
do
it
with
up
the
on her.
comedy. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
It doesn't.
At the end of the day,
What?
I guess I want to make
that?
sure I get this out. She was there to entertain the people that paid to see the show. They didn't come
Gotta
there to
bless
see
her.
a reality show. They didn't tune in because they wanted to know about DL's personal life. They didn't tune in to want to know about the shit that happens behind and backstage. There's more shit that happens backstage y'all never hear about. There's been shows I didn't even walk out on because the promoter didn't have the money. Now, the people that came to see me might have been like, well, Speed, why you didn't go up, nigga? We came to see you. I can't walk on stage and go, he ain't paid me, so when he paid me, I'll come out here and do my stand-up. No, I just stay backstage. And then I'll go home. And the people go, well, you didn't go up. I didn't get paid.
Well, I'm gonna give y'all some game. So I always tell you people just choose your programming. You know, that's my personal belief in this world. The good book says if I have a personal dispute with my brother, my sister, I am obligated to go to my brother and my sister. And in no circumstance can I go to the public. The only other option I have is to go to my elders to resolve the issue. The third option is to let it go and let God handle it.
Do you think Monique does any of those options?
I don't think I think as a coach I can't put it on Monique because like I said a lot of people, I always say choose your programming. A lot of us don't understand that you're going to be programmed no matter what. You don't. That's not an option in this world. You're going to be programmed
to do something.
To do something, how you think, what you eat. So my advice is to choose what programming you're going to intake. And I think because people don't realize that, what Monique is doing is what a lot of us do. A lot of us get upset. We'll hop on Instagram and we'll yell it out loud in the mall. All these things, which is the improper way, because now, no matter how good your intention is, you put me in a situation where I feel some kind of way. I'm embarrassed. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Versus, it don't matter what I did to you. I could be embarrassed by what I did to you. But if you pull me to the side and say, look, Nick, this is what you did. You hurt my feelings. This is how I felt. I have to now deal with that and process it. I don't get the excuse of all these different opinions. Everybody got something to say about Monique and DL's situation.
I always felt, too, with that, Nick, like when someone loud talks you, that same energy you had when you loud talk me and then you find out it's wrong, you have to bring that. So something happened here at the office, and the guy called me like, yo, this, that, and the other. I said, no, that's not our car. I'm pretty sure it's not, but let me check. Yeah. So I checked, find out it's not our car, it's somebody else's car in this building. And he goes, oh, okay. I said, no. I said, no, don't do that. I said, the same energy you had when you called me and said for someone to go move their car, and we're always having people park in the parking lot. I said, that's not true. I said, you take that same energy and you apply it to whoever's car that is and tell them the exact same thing.
Apply when you make love, too.
Or how about this? Because he tried that with me, and I told him straight, because I can't go for it. So I pulled my man to the side. I told him straight. I said, hey, check it out, boy. You ever yell at me again, we getting off right there. Yeah. I don't care about your uniform. Your title don't mean nothing to me. Don't care about none of that. I'm a man. So the only reason you gonna talk crazy is because this is why people talk crazy, because they feel like, especially the black man, they feel like they can call the police. So I understand that. That's why I talk to them real calm and let them know I'm gonna put my hands on you before they get here.
I don't talk to you like that.
One of the most moments I got checked in my life, I remember yelling that we was in school. You know, your crews be yelling and stuff. The dude called me solo dolo. None of the homies there. It was just me and him. He said, what was all that you were saying? And I repeated what I said, but I was a little more calm about it. I wasn't yelling at him. I was like, I said you were wrong. But he was like, look, man, it could have went bad right now. So the same way you talking to me now, that's how we talk, period. Don't disrespect me. He wasn't even tripping on what I said. It was how I was talking to him. And as a kid, I didn't understand.
A lot. That's what it is.
I didn't understand it.
It's just how you say it.
It's how you say it.
And
listen,
but I think if Monique, if they were to squash it, don't even if they want to.
Psychic Wayne said their
you talking about DL and Monique?
Stars are against each other right now. Look, his daughter came out too since and told Mo off with class and told her to pull up for a conversation or whatever. Come with it.
Yeah. At the end of the day,
now it's getting more.
But it's again, all this is about ego. Is that I got to go up. I don't have the material. This guy's going to be super funny. I'm not. Someone's going to post this. It's going to look like, and I'm not going to get no more gigs.
But, Pops, we can't say it's ego. You know why? This don't happen in the Asian community. And they got egos. It don't happen in the East Indian community. We don't see some dude, I was the first one with the 7-Elevens. Nigga, now y'all jogging. We don't see that.
Sound like the way he's describing it, it's more fear.
I don't know. I think
because
it's a cultural thing.
Because when she got up there and she made that choice, she did get laughs and a lot of publicity. And if she was afraid of failing, if she said, "Oh, well, I'll just go off on DL," you know.
Again,
but that would have made me walk out.
I said, Nick, me too. What did they post? Did they post her stand up? No, they have yet to post what she's actually what jokes
all
she
they
did.
Showed her running across the stage.
Showed her
So
rant.
that's what that's why my position is. I think this behavior is taught to us to respond this way, or maybe not corrected for us to not.
It's not
respond
correct.
This
I'm
way
gonna say it's
because,
not corrected.
Like I said, we can look at. There's a bunch of comedians from all different genres. Everybody gets their material stolen. Everybody does bad deals. Everybody gets duped. These things happen throughout the comedy space. It happens in every business.
Never brought to the table like that.
But it doesn't. Right. So you have to at some point say, okay, what are we doing as a people that we're not hitting that checkpoint? To say this is not about me and DL. This has to be about. I represent all of us when I go on stage. As Monique, as soon as she hit the stage, despite what she want to say, the world sees a black woman on stage.
Yep, and I never behaved like
so
that.
So it don't matter what if she can go up and say, "Well, I represent me." You can believe that if you want to. But to the Asian people that's in Asia that don't speak English, all they're going to see is, "Oh, this is what I see."
It's so interesting, though. Black people kind of got it hard because everybody has the responsibility of the world. Yes, and I know, although I do my best to be my best, everybody don't want me to represent them with my
Well,
chakras and stuff.
I love you, Tangie. And I feel like this: if she had the jokes and she was funny as fuck and she was upset, let's say she really is upset about she was supposed to go last. What you should have did: destroy the room, take the mic, go. I probably should have went last. Bam.
Yeah, and that.
Oh yeah.
Now you that motherfucker.
That would have been the bomb.
And I'm the comic going next. I'll take that as okay. I'm gonna go out here and do my thing. And ain't no hate, especially if I'm saying. That's why I tell you guys, if you ever see me on tour and I bring out and I'm hosting, I never bring no whack comics with me. You know why? Because I want everybody to be funny. I don't want to be just the funniest motherfucker on the show. Why? That doesn't make no sense to me. I'm going to be funny.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you the first and the last dude, well, except for Wanter.
What, Wanter? I was going to say, Wanter, the second night
he's still learning.
I gave him a chance.
And to your point, Pops, I'm going to say this. Is for somebody who's, I'm not a comedian. Granted, I know a little more probably than the average person from growing up around it. But let's say I take that away. Just to Monique's point, like, as a common fan, I don't know nothing about what you're talking about. I don't know what a headliner is. I don't know why.
I don't even
know
care.
None of that. I don't know why.
I don't care about your contract.
I don't know anything.
Just make me laugh.
And her husband did the contract.
but even like people don't, even all that considered, as a fan, even if you after you explained it, I still don't know what you're talking about.
Why you ain't told me a joke?
It's not my business who's headlining. I paid to see a show. Not to hear what happened in the business meeting. So that's the part I'm a little confused on. Like, it'd be different if they were like, I thought if the fan said, I thought you was headlining. Yeah. Or if she came out there and said, if y'all wondering why I'm going now and I ain't headlining, here's why.
Well, her next show, she'll have something to talk about because now the world knows about this.
I don't think so.
Steve said Jada is trying to get Chris and Will to have a meeting, too.
Oh.
Huh?
Chris and Will.
Wait, what'd you say?
Steve in the chat room said Jada Pinkett Smith is trying to get Chris
Rye
and Will Smith to have a meeting.
It's not gonna happen. You slapped a man with an open hand.
Listen, Will Smith needs to get away from Jada Pinkett.
Wait a minute, and
I don't promote the destruction of black marriages. But brother, take a break, nigga. Take a break. Don't leave her. Just take a break.
Corey Roberts says JT Turner.
And they said I can't talk about Anthony. That's my friend.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
I just have this point about this whole Monique thing. Whatever it is, it's making her look real bad. Because first off, that whole thing with her and the Oscars and that whole thing with her and Lee Daniels.
She shouldn't have done
press. And now this whole thing with her and the Uglies. It's making it look like it's not everybody else, it's you, honey. You're the one who's running around here thinking you're bigger than who you are.
Honey.
Yeah, he did say honey.
Honey.
Might say bye-bye.
I agree. I agree, Vernon.
No. I don't say bye-bye.
He don't say
what I
You just did.
But anyway, if you understand what I'm saying,
yes,
it's going to be. They're not.
You're
gonna,
right.
People aren't really going to start booking her.
What's that little white girl named Honey
People
Boo Boo?
aren't going to book her.
Boo.
The common denominator.
Everybody's not.
Look here, honey.
People aren't going to start booking.
Would you date a dude that said that to you?
Her all together.
What if he moved his back?
And then
look here, Tangie.
If you all paid attention,
honey.
No.
Ain't no strong way to say that.
What if he talk with his hands?
I dated this one guy one time, and he liked to imitate Jamie's character.
Thanks, Vern.
He would do like this. He'd be like,
thanks, Vern.
You remember that character, Jamie?
He would pretend to be a transsexual?
No, Jamie's character.
Yeah, transsexual. So
No,
he
he
would pretend
didn't.
to be
No,
a
the character that Jamie played. You remember he go,
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
and I said, please, don't do that
Oh, my
anymore.
You ain't gonna get none.
No, my man.
I would not. Yeah.
I think any dude that goes to his girl,
No.
go, look here, honey.
Yeah.
I've never used that word.
They're done.
He didn't even have to say honey. It was being Jamie as a woman.
And you know what it is though?
Did he already hit?
I'm gonna say this. I've heard this from men. Some men think.
Ask me, did he hit?
Did he hit?
Did he hit?
He could have hit.
He probably would have did them lips.
He could have hit before he did the.
He probably would have did them lips while he was doing it too.
I was like,
But
okay.
I think some men,
or if they imitate a gay.
That's where I'm going. Tangie. I think that
I'm that old school. I still like a man.
Yeah, I don't know what y'all doing, Playboy. Don't do nothing your woman do, nigga.
Yeah.
Just do that.
And like Nick said, Jada, I know Will very well. I know people around him very
man,
well.
Will's such a nice guy.
I just don't think Chris
like,
gonna sit down.
Jesus.
There's no reason to.
He not. You know, and this is the thing though.
No reason to.
I've seen
the high road.
men with women like that. You know what I mean? And granted, these weren't even famous women, so I can't imagine, right?
Right.
A beautiful woman that you've had this thing for your whole life.
Yeah.
You finally get her, and she's famous, and she's like, that's a lot to deal with. But I've seen men with women like this, and it's not a good thing. So I feel like he got to take a break, man, and get some real homies.
But I don't think I don't think that's like one of the things in life I don't think needs to be solved. Like we saw what happened, we know what happened.
Yeah, you know,
and maybe it's some backstories of it, but I think just leave it alone. Let's just go sit down. Everybody go sit down.
Nigga, there's nothing to talk about.
Unless
Unless you're gonna stick your chin out there and let me slap your back, nigga, there's really nothing to say.
That's the only way we go on TV. Like I said, I think it should be. I hate when someone really talk shit about you, and then later on want to text you and go, my bad. No, nigga, no. No. I need that exact same energy. Come on back. Go out there. Just like you was yelling at me in front of everybody, go out there and yell and say sorry.
I think Will Smith should go live on his Instagram, allow Chris Rock to put some powder on his hand.
And slap the dog shit
slap the dog crap out there as a man.
Then you go, my bad, we good.
Then you apologize and say, and you have to ask him, are we cool?
Yeah.
Because if he say, no, I need another slap, it might be that. But as a man, take your slap back and then ask that man, hey, are we cool now?
Yeah.
Or you might need to get another quick one in because I did do it
and shout out to Dio. I've never had a chance to go on the road with him. I've worked on his show. But I usually never watch his. I don't watch other people's shows. I don't know what that is. I just can't do it. But I did watch the snippet when he on his radio.
You don't want to copy. That's good, Speedy.
Yeah.
I just feel like, well, here's someone asked
I had to
me.
tell you, though, pause for a second, because my chair is moving like this, because I got to use the bathroom. What
the
time
bladder
is the
of a
show?
hummingbird.
I'm wondering if I should run and go.
Because I want everybody to see what 55 look like.
Oh, yeah. 55.
Show them what 55 look like.
I don't know where
Looking
the camera
good.
is. Where
She's
the
looking
camera?
good.
Because I got to use the bathroom. Where
It's
the
the middle camera. It's the middle camera.
one right here.
Closer to
You got to get closer to Speedy. It's right here in the middle.
Closer than close.
Yeah,
I gotta
this is
use the
55,
bathroom.
y'all. Look at
55.
She's looking good, y'all.
Now I go
You
to
need
bed.
an OnlyFans page.
I'll be right back and I'll wash my hands.
All right.
Okay.
You just wipe it on your shirt. It's cool.
I hurry.
On your heaven high.
I hurry.
Do you have underwear? No. Okay.
Was he?
Anyway. It didn't look like it. I saw dimples.
Simone? Oh.
Right here, Tangie.
Oh, too soon.
Can you catch it? Oh, good catch.
But I don't think this is another one I don't think is going to get resolved. I think it's too much said. It was done on stage. It was done in public. I don't think it's going to get solved. I don't think it's going to be where later on they go, we're cool. I don't think it's going to happen. I just think they just have to go their separate ways. And they'll probably never work again together if they hadn't worked before that. From what DL said, they hadn't worked in 10 or 15 years ago. But
and he was hesitant to even have her.
Yeah.
Listen, man. If I was Chris, I don't know, bro. I'm not taking not taking no slap in the face.
Yeah,
regardless if we're on TV or not.
That was the biggest stage you could be on.
Yeah.
I was driving the other day. I was thinking about this. Like, I feel so bad for Will Smith because you got to think like you spend your whole life trying to become the greatest actor. Like he literally said what he accomplished. Like he really wanted to become the greatest actor.
He wanted to be
the highest
an
paid.
Oscar.
He wanted to be actions. He pulled it off, right? And to throw it all away over, I don't want to say defending your wife because I can't. There's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like he regrets doing it, which is what I feel
in
bad
that
about.
manner.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was gonna do it, I'm just gonna thug it out and know what will come with it.
I
like,
see you
if
backstage.
Like if I slap him at the Oscars, it's over for me.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
I can always go backstage.
Yeah, it's cool.
And bing, bing, bing.
But I feel like he didn't think about like he wasn't prepared for the repercussions of it. Like Hollywood might just say because he thought he was Will Smith.
Yeah.
And one thing you ain't, nigga, you're not above the line, playboy. You still black, nigga. Don't ever get it twisted.
Black, yeah.
Who said that? Kanye was. Even if you in a Benz, you just a nigga in the coupe, nigga. That's what he is. Even if you in a Benz, you just a nigga in the coupe.
Yo, who?
Monterey B put, do you think Monique will start stealing jokes from other comics?
I think
that's too easy. She just what you have to do, or what she should, or what she's going to do. You got to hire some people around you who know you, and they just go help write some jokes. You write some jokes. You know what the stuff she likes to talk about. So you take the things you like to talk about, and then you just bring them to life. I'm telling y'all don't understand, man. When you get that kind of money and you have the recognition that she has, and you have no jokes to do, you have nothing to say.
Let me say, I think a lot of comics don't get this part. I'm gonna say this as a fan. As a fan, what y'all gotta understand is I have to like the comic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm more like when I watch Martin do a stand up, I'm invested into Martin Lawrence.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm invested to his story. What's he been up to?
Yeah.
You know, is he dating whatever it is, right? If whoever it is, I think that's the part a lot of comedians miss and they get big headed and think, oh no, it's because I'm funny. When it's like, yo, we black, yo. Everybody in my family funny. That cannot be your selling point. You know what I mean? With a singer, it's not the fact that she can sing. We love Whitney Houston for Whitney Houston. We get to see her personality. That's what it is with entertainment. I feel like with comics, for whatever reason, they kind of get lost in the sauce and think I'm funny. When it's like, no, like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's funny, but people are more interested in Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy, we seen him on this. He came up. We seen the struggle. Richard Pryor. I think people think Richard Pryor is the greatest because of his struggle. And he put everything on the table, and you fell in love with Richard Pryor, the person.
And he was so open, very open. Caller, what's your
that's
name?
what
Where
I
you
hear
calling
from comics.
Okay, now let me say this before you hang up again. I know that I
It's
only called
coming.
like 20 goddamn times,
It's
but
coming.
still. The thing about Will Smith is that I think he regrets it because of the simple fact is that his wife said when he did, and she just disrespected it altogether. She wasn't like, that's my man Will, or I respect Will, or none of that. She just said, oh, well, he did it, and he ain't Pac.
He ain't what? Oh, he ain't Pac. Yeah.
I mean, she said on her show in front of him that was the love of my life.
She did.
How in the hell is Will Smith going to? How's he going
That's
to?
when you get your divorce papers that day. Here you go.
You know what, Vernon? I remember I dated this chick who felt this way about an actor guy, a really famous actor guy, and they had a cool relationship. But I seen that dynamic between them, and I told her, I said, listen, I know you may not think you should. I said, but either you need to be with him, or you should not be bringing people around this dude, because y'all got some kind of weird connection. As a man, you never want to feel like you're always going to be second place, especially if somebody dies.
Yeah, especially
You know what I mean? Like that,
especially
when
when she done told the whole world. Especially when she done told the whole world that's the love of my life, and she really didn't love Will. She only married Will because he was stable.
Yeah, did y'all hear the woman say she had the worst wedding ever?
Yeah.
And then she
her
was
mama
Is the word
All right, Vernon.
D-A-N or Dan?
Thanks, Vernon. Vernon throwing some good lives
Vernon.
today. I seen a video where
Thanks,
Jada
honey.
was
I like
saying
hanging out
she
with
was
you.
sitting there with her mom, which was even worse to have two women in your life that's ragging on you. And Will sitting there, and they're both telling him, granted, he planned the whole wedding out.
Yeah.
Who knows how much he spent? She said this was the worst.
I heard all of that. I understood it
No,
differently.
I understood what she was saying, how she didn't want one. I understood that perspective, right? But
Because
even-
I dated a guy before who
You always dated
loved
a guy
me.
before.
He loved me and he wanted what's best for me and he worked hard to give me what's best, but it was always his idea of what was best.
Because we know what's best for you.
So like he wanted me to dress sexy all the time. I didn't.
No.
So that was
But
an argument.
We know what's best for you.
He fixed up my car to where I didn't like it anymore. He
But we
changed
know
the
what's best for you,
tires.
'cause
He
you
put
need a
it.
different tire.
He made it fancy. When I'm kind of
No,
like
but
grunge.
Look, are you
So-
listening? Are you listening? I'm trying to make you a better woman. 'Cause what we doing right now is not working.
But what if I like who I am
But you
right
with
now?
me now.
Then we don't
You
need
with-
to be
Yes,
together.
you do.
Just
You
like
need-
that
you need
guy
to-
had
you
to
need
be
to be with
gone.
me.
I need to be with someone who likes who I am.
You are cool. It's another you that you could be.
And that true. So you need to get to know Tangerine.
I want to know Tangie.
Play with her. Because this is Tangie.
But those are guys. That's certain guys need to make you what they think you should be.
Yeah, and it was hard because for a while,
What was the
because
good thing about it?
I loved him. Well, he loved me, and so for a while, I did wear all the pink and the heels all the time, and always have my hair and the makeup, and I was always cute, and I would wear the stuff he got me, the furs, and but I really did try to be what made him happy. And then when he was gone, I would have a moment to just be myself. But what happened
Eat
was
your raw
I
food.
started getting sad and I didn't know why.
When he would come around.
Yes, I got not he was around all the time.
But see,
Tell me if you
I don't think that's the same thing as what I was saying about Jada, because like for you, I think he didn't really like who you were as just Tangie.
That's what I said. I
Right,
said, you
but-
don't
wanted a
like
different
me. He
version
said,
of you.
I do. I said, no, you don't.
Right.
You're trying to make me into this other girl.
And I think, and that's what I'm saying, like their
What's wrong with
dynamic,
that?
I think that she don't really like who Will is.
Well,
I
Will
think he's
was
just a nice
trying
guy.
to set it up, just like Will was trying to set it up for his dream.
No. I understand what she was saying, right? But I, as a man.
But we'll talk too.
No.
We'll.
Right, but
you
I'm
know,
saying,
so they weren't really respecting each other. It wasn't just her.
No. Tangie, just two different things, right? Because this is totally different. If I plan you a party, right?
Yeah.
I do not need to take in consideration what you want at this party.
But
Because,
no.
Let me finish. Just let me finish. Because same way you say with your food. So understand, there's two perspectives here. If I want to do something nice for my father, right? Just Tangie, I need you to just listen. If I want to do something nice for my dad, for my mom, right? I have to take into consideration, okay, my dad doesn't eat certain things. He may not like this and this and this, right? But other than that, I'm trying to show them an expression of how I feel about it.
If your daddy calls you when the sun is out because he wants to tell you he loves you, you don't even answer the phone. You want him to respect you, but you don't have to respect.
No, listen, that's two different things.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand.
She's writing notes.
That's
so
two different things.
No, it wasn't TK. TK
So,
like me.
It'd be different
exactly.
if Jada said,
'cause
hey,
I am.
Will, can you plan my birthday party, right? That's a different, now I'm doing something for you that you asked me to do. If I want to express myself, it's wrong for me to tell you how to express yourself.
But you said it was a wedding.
No, listen. No. What I'm saying is, if I want to express myself.
I agree. If you want to throw a party for me, I agree. But if we're
The
getting
wedding-
married.
hold on. The wedding is an expression of love.
Can I tell you what? If I fell in love with some man and he want to have a fancy wedding for me with this $1 billion dress and this real fancy things with a lot of gold, I will walk in and know that he's not my man, and I will have to walk back out. We wouldn't have the same problem she had, because I'd be like, oh, he doesn't know me.
Right, but
just
Tangie,
like if a man buys me this fancy designer purse,
it's not about
he doesn't
you.
know
Tangie,
me. It's not about me.
It's not about. That's what my whole point was.
When I buy something for my man, I'm gonna acknowledge him. I'm gonna.
If you just let me finish, we don't have to keep going in circles. I can see Tangie.
I'm gonna be like, but when
I want
we
to put a
like
muzzle on your mouth because you. The reason why you don't understand the man is because you're trying to get your point across. You just like Jada. Now, if y'all just be, I'm trying to get you to understand something. I understand what you're saying, but he's expressing his love. You cannot tell someone how they should express their love. Either you can appreciate how I express it, or you cannot appreciate it. If I'm planning a wedding and I say, listen, first of all, you're not the.
If you're planning our wedding, not a wedding, our wedding.
If you just let me finish, Tangie, you wouldn't have to say that.
Our wedding.
If you just let me finish, you wouldn't even have to say that.
Go
if I'm
ahead,
planning
honey.
a wedding,
Go ahead, dear.
A wedding is
Thank
not
you,
about
Monterey.
one person.
It's about two people.
Right.
About
So
two.
it's not.
It's my money,
It doesn't
though.
matter what the. It shouldn't matter what one or the other person wants. If a person, now you have an option. If you're capable of pleasing all parties, great. Right. If we're capable of saying let's have two weddings, everybody's happy. But if we're not, everybody needs to understand this is not about me. It's not about you. This is about a unity. So it's not about, oh, well, I didn't like how popping. It ain't your wedding. This is about us coming together. That's a selfish way of looking at life.
So if I plan your wedding,
Whenever my children's father and I lived together, when I thought about stuff that I would put on the walls, I thought about what he would like. When I thought about
so
things,
you just couldn't put what you wanted.
I could do whatever and he could do whatever, but I wanted both of us to be happy because it was a union.
Oh, okay.
So I wouldn't, I'm not going to decorate it like you walk in and you only see Tangie. I want you to, he lives here too. He needs to be comfortable too. If we had gotten married, I need to make sure he's comfortable too.
But-
It's not just about me.
So
Nick, if you and I get married, and I plan the wedding, I can't just make it everything that I want. I have to think about what my man would want too.
Well, Tangie, but this is the part that people are missing, right?
Oh, okay.
So let's take putting things on the wall, for example, right?
Yeah.
Right. I agree with Tangie. I would not try to limit you putting whatever art piece you wanted something on the wall. I'm not going to try to limit that.
I ain't gonna put no penis that I painted at a paint party
Listen.
on the wall, and my man and I
Unless
together
it's-
because I
unless it's
want
mine.
the penis. Unless it's yours.
So listen, I
Might put my vagina painted in an artsy way because you would like to look at that,
I wouldn't.
but not somebody else's vagina.
I wouldn't infringe on it, with the exception of this is an expression we're both sharing. So when I decide to put something on the wall, right, I'm expressing my art. I'm expressing this is my space, whatever it is. I just think those things could be respected versus trying to hold somebody and say, well, this doesn't fit what I like. Now, why do I have to fit into what you want?
I wouldn't
Like,
tell
that's-
you to fit in what I like.
Okay.
I would make sure that the things that I put up would be something that you would appreciate too. I would ask your opinion, and I would choose a man that would. And if you said you don't like it, I'll say, okay, what about this? You say,
nope.
I say, I'm like, so can you do me a favor?
I don't do that.
And you pick out some stuff, and then I can pick from like my children's names. My children's father I let him give me a list of names that he liked. And out of that list, I chose what I liked. He wanted my son's middle name to be Hard, Rock Hard.
That's hard.
I cut the middle name out. So my son has no middle name because he didn't give me he does.
Yeah,
he didn't give me an option that I like. My daughter, I wanted to name her Heavenly or Sage because of what his name is. He said that was corny. He gave me the list. I chose Stone, Love. So together we compromised, and then I found meanings that worked for me.
I named all my kids except for Justin.
That's two different things we're talking about, though. We're talking about expressing
It's
love.
in a relationship. And you know what? You know what, Nick? I receive because you're in a relationship and I'm not. So
That has
maybe,
nothing to do with it.
so you know better than I do.
No,
maybe I shouldn't acknowledge my man for nothing. I should do what I want to do. I should wear what I want to wear. I should go where I want to go. I should paint the house the way I want to paint the house. And if we get married, it doesn't even matter how he wants to get married. I should just do what I want to do. I'm gonna make him be barefoot on the beach.
I will say this, Tangie. One thing I have noticed, Tangie, you're not very good at listening. I will say that, Tangie, because I actually said the total opposite of everything you just said.
Here's the most beautiful thing. I remember this, Tangie. This is the one I remember.
What if you guys buy new stuff together, like a compromise?
So
listen, I don't. Hold on, Pops. I'm sorry, man. Listen, I understand.
Sound like you said you don't have to acknowledge.
No, I don't live in a. Listen, I understand what y'all are saying, right? I just hope and pray this is not y'all real reality. Like I don't deal with these things in real life. Like we're just having a conversation, right?
Oh, yeah.
But like I don't have these conversations in real life with my wife.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like these things just don't come up.
Right.
They're so minute.
What goes on the wall?
That's so minute to me.
And
like,
it's minute to me too because I choose a man that you know we're like minded.
I was just finna say that. Like I did the work ahead of time, right?
And
the work was finding somebody that I actually liked. That I didn't have to spend the next 2.5 years trying to mold to be something that I think she could be. So whether that's what she wants to wear, what she likes to eat, I had to sit back and observe these things and then ask myself before I go pointing at her, telling her this is wrong, and say, how do you laugh? What do you do when you get mad? Do you talk loud?
And I agree with all of that.
I had to really watch and go, what do you do when you're tired? Do you just leave the house dirty? Do you just
agree
don't
with
wash
all
dishes?
of
Like I
that.
had to watch and go, okay, now do I still like this person?
Yep.
Before I go poking and pride and try to fix it, I got to decide if I actually like the person.
I agree with that.
And one of the things
So we should have said that
I tried to
first,
tell my
Dani.
mom is that I had to live with someone to see if I wanted to be with them. Because those things you only find out when you live with them.
Yeah.
If I pick you up on Saturdays, we go out, I'm going to probably see the best side of you on that date. When you're upset, when you don't feel good, like I said, what is your demeanor there? Do you talk loud when you get mad?
When I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you get angry? Like I need to know that before I invest. But once, like I said, once you find out who that person is, and then you go, okay, cool. Like when you said the guy did the Wanda mouth, right then you said, okay,
He's not the one.
he's not the one. He may have had some. And again, I said this in relationship. Whoever you pick, you never gonna pick nobody perfect. Let's just make sure we get that clear. No one's gonna be perfect. But
I don't believe that, Pops.
everyone has some faults.
And
the faults, you go, okay, the faults are very low as opposed to the things I like about them. And I really feel good about. It's like this. So we can work something out. Because this little shit is just little shit. But it's not
What is
this.
it, the 80-20 rule?
Let me say this though. I feel like
80-20.
I feel like the reason why I say I don't believe that someone can be perfect, right? I believe if you self-examine yourself first,
I'm not perfect.
Right, then you will understand what you need. And you will understand I need somebody who has these qualities that I may not have. Right? So a lot of times the things that we don't like about people usually makes us uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So the things that
I'm talking.
Whatever it is, but you might want to find somebody who's going to press those buttons.
Your eye is twitching.
Well, I was
Who's gonna
sitting here
press those
thinking,
buttons.
like the guy that liked to fix me up. You know, he was perfect.
The massage guy?
Perfect
no,
in what
the
way,
guy
though?
who wanted me to dress sexy all the time and fix
gotcha.
my hair and all this other kind of stuff. He's the bomb. I ain't never dated nobody
But he's
that
not
wasn't
perfect.
great. Well, he was perfect, but at that time, he was a perfect fit for who I was at that time because I was trying to make people happy. And he gave me a lot of opportunities to make him happy. I just didn't realize early on that these things were making me like I like when I would dress up and he would hit me on the booty, you know, walk by and he said, "Oh baby, you look good." I liked all of that. So yeah, I would dress up, fix up. But after a while, I was
You don't like it no more? Stop hitting my ass.
I still like to, you know, I like to dress up sometimes, but most of the time I got on flip flops.
No, right.
You know what I mean? And I'm comfortable with that. I'm getting comfortable with a lot of different, you know, in my hair. I like it. But now I'm a different picker, which is you always talk about why I don't have a man, which is
never talk about this. We never talk about that.
Speedy.
No, I do
which
not.
is because
because
because when I'm like feeling like I'm in love, oftentimes it's either a man that's really busy because I like the challenge. It's some kind of challenge. And right now in my life, I don't have time for I just don't have a lot of time. And so I can't even see the man that will fit in my world.
Can I give you a perspective, Tangie? And this is not in your world, okay?
Oh, well, then don't give it to me because you know
I can't speak for your world, so I can only but I've had this conversation with other women, right? And I've heard the similar thing, right? He's perfect, but he's not available, right?
Oh wait, no, that's not what I said.
That's why I said not Tangie's world.
Oh, so let's take me out.
That's why I took you out before I made my statement.
I got a lot of men that are available.
That's why
it's a bunch of them.
I took you out ahead of time. So
they're everywhere.
Right. So I just spoke with
and all of them together right now, Nick.
Perfect.
Oh my God.
You put them all together.
All together.
Right. So
put all three of them together.
I ain't sleeping with.
That's why I didn't say Tangie. Yeah. So that's what I was just saying though. Okay. So if you take into perspective, you want to date somebody, right, Tangie? And they don't have a lot of time.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hold on.
Oh,
let's just say
you want to date?
If you want to date somebody, they don't have a lot of time. You don't have a lot of time, right?
I like that.
That's what I was trying to explain to this woman was I said, listen, she kind of seen it as because of her perspective of what a relationship was, which was spending time together, doing certain things and this, right? I said, listen, the type of man you want is not going to have that time. Right. I said, but knowing you don't have that kind of time. I said, so if you just take the whatever perspective you're getting this relationship from and just reworking and understand that, hey, you know what? When we're together, we're together.
Yep.
When he's not in my presence, I said, 'cause listen, if you worried about him dealing with other women, he gonna do that regardless.
Yep.
So just put that in your back pocket and say that's what he's doing anyway.
Yep.
So after you get over that part, as long as he's treating you good in your presence, this should not be a problem.
Yep.
Let that man go travel to Earth.
I love that.
When he fly back in town, pull up on you, spend a week there, and he out again. And now you got. And she was like, "Well," I said, "Now think about the positive side.
Yep.
You got all this free time to yourself.
I love
to
that.
be you.
And I have.
And you only gotta adjust once a month.
But Tangie, we weren't talking about you.
It's a beautiful thing.
And if I'm if I got one and he's busy and I'm busy and I'm like, okay, look, I got 5 minutes. That's it.
I need
the
longer.
whole
I
everything
need
got to
longer
be
than
5.
that.
I love that.
hear
And
that,
this
fellas?
time it's like yes.
And then you go back and do your thing.
And then I go back and do my thing.
So do you ever see Tangie getting married?
That can be a marriage, Tangie. Don't let them fool you. That's what the scripture says is a beautiful marriage.
So thank you, Nick. I'm in agreement with what Nick says.
I didn't hear what Nick said.
He says that can be a marriage. If I
What she
a man
described?
like that.
That's what the Bible says is a proper marriage.
Yes.
When I see you?
A man that fits like that. And you know, when we're together,
They
we
did it
love
all
each
wrong
other
then.
and then he does his thing and I do my thing and then we're together and we love. Yes. Yes,
They have their place and I have my place.
I can if the man is loving me and he's got my mind like
now I
he
gotta have
can
your
live.
mind.
No, that's how you got to do
He can
it.
live in another city and I will be his and I will go out and flit. You've seen me do it.
I don't
You
know what
see
you're
me
talking
sit
about.
here and flit around and flirt and talk
From what
and I ain't sleep with nobody.
From what I understood about women, I usually meet 3 kind of women. Usually some women needs a man around them often.
Not me.
Some women need to just know where their man is at. Is he available, right?
Yep.
And some women need space.
Yep. And I need space, but I need to know. Think about it like this. When I grew up, my daddy wasn't there. right? My
Are we going back
daddy.
to this?
Well, listen, Nick will understand. My daddy Ambrose was in the military, so he was gone a lot.
Right.
And my birth father didn't become full time in my life until I got older. So I knew that my daddy loved me,
Right.
but he was gone. And when he came back, Daddy Ambrose, we're talking about, when he came back, I was a daddy's girl.
Right.
He always made me feel loved. So I'm very comfortable loving a man that just every so often he'll text me or call me, or, you know, we play on the phone some kind of
He's
way.
available for you. If
And
something
then,
happen-
and
Right.
he's
Can I ask a question?
handling his business. Yes.
Can I ask a question? Let's say I was watching this one TV show, and they were remodeling the house, and there's a black guy and white girl, and he was ex-football player, and she said, well, he needs his own room because he snored. But whatever the reason is, so the guy came in to redo the house, and he did 2 master bedrooms. And then when they would do they fuck. But then when they were done, he would go on his side of the house in a room, and she would go on her side. Would you want something like that?
Oh,
Or he could live somewhere?
I always wanted us to live either side by side or across from each other. But I would love if he had his
Y'all
own.
better follow that Bible,
Because
y'all.
in my
Listen
mind,
to Tangie.
I see, you know, like he's in his place, I'm in my place, and I sneak over, and he sleep, and I, you know, and
you go
get with
back.
him, and then I go on back. I go on back. Yes, I would love that. He
So
can
let's
be his
think
full
about that.
self. I can be
So-
my full self.
You
We
could
can
be in
our
another
full
room,
self
and then we
together.
meet downstairs, eat, whatever.
Well, it couldn't be like a schedule. 'Cause
No,
then
I'm saying
that's a
no.
job.
I'm saying we have separate. We live in the same house. We have separate rooms. And I see you when I say, hey, babe, how you doing? I'm going to work, whatever.
But the thing that you're forgetting, because you have your own space, and you don't have to be in my space, oftentimes you're going to want to be there.
No.
But if you don't.
Not if I did my
But
room.
if you don't, wonderful. I can go in, because this is a problem that I have is when I'm in a relationship with a man, I don't talk to anybody on the phone while I'm with him. I give him I give my kids my attention. I give my man my attention. So I'd love for you to go to your room, because then I can talk, then I can play, then I can read, then I can write, then I can paint. You know,
So I just picked the perfect thing for you. So if you do find someone, you need 2 master bedrooms.
Or if we're going by the Bible, when he finds me.
When he finds you.
Or no, in the scriptures, my man got the woman had her own place.
That's what I
Okay,
want.
whatever.
Yeah,
So
he had 5 wives, and he only stayed with one of them.
And you know, I never thought that I could be with a man with other wives,
Changing your
but
mind,
I
Tangie.
could.
I'm trying to. Want to do it?
I could.
Come on over to this side, Tangie. You want to do it?
But the thing is, it has to be the right man.
What do you mean the right?
That's so important.
Just get in the room.
Because it couldn't be a man that's like, yeah, I got 5 hoes. No.
And look,
It
in
could-
the,
How about
in the
bitches?
biblical rule, Tangie, is there's no 1 and 2.
Biblical.
Yeah.
As a man, I have to respect each woman as I respect them. So I can't go, this is my first wife, so I got to treat her special. No, everybody got to be treated special. Everybody got to be treated how I treat them. That's the rules in
Yeah,
the good book.
treat
See how
me,
that good book,
take
that
care
good
of
book
me,
will do you,
'cause
Tangie.
I can ride.
I think we narrowed it down.
I can ride
America,
for a couple of weeks.
America,
you know,
look at this.
If it's good.
If you get a place across the street from Tangie,
And then,
Get married.
Because if he's across the street, you know, I can stand in the window and he can see me.
No, I'm
undressed.
doing something over there.
We can play all kind of
you
little
know,
fun.
days I ain't with you, I'm doing something else.
But Pops, on the real talk though, think about it. Any man out trying to build something in this society, you ain't at home.
No, you're not.
You're not at home no way. And if you are at home, your wife gonna be like, you probably need to be doing something. So in all honesty, that's why I feel like the biblical way works the best. I feel like, of course, there's a lot of BS. Like Tangie was saying, there has to be certain rules put in place. We have to do it the right way. Everything should be on the table. Equal respect for everybody. Everybody is open. The women do not need to be friends. They don't need to know about one another.
See, and that's probably and I haven't gotten
Respect
into
they
that,
mind.
but I can tell you this: I dated this one guy one time that when we were watching TV, if he talked about a girl looking good, it would grate my nerves.
Yeah, why would you do that?
But it was something about him, you know, that brought that out. Now I dated another guy, and we could be together. He'd be pointing out women, and it'd be like, "Oh yeah, you like that, wouldn't you?" You know, so it's something
never-
about how the man.
Gotta respect.
I know how sensitive women are. I never took on that thing of going, now she fine. Now, if I'm not around you, like I think Jill Scott is the end all be all. But if I'm around Michelle, she knows I like Jill Scott, but I don't just go, ooh.
But also, women also know when you're
Michelle.
with your man and there's fine women around and he don't see none of
I
them.
don't see none of them.
Then we also know that now you looking at everybody.
Yeah, we BS.
Because it's like, you
I
don't
see
see
him.
nobody.
I see him. Sure.
But what am I supposed to say? Oh, she fine. Oh, look at that drink.
I ain't gonna tap you like, yo,
we
babe,
had to
babe,
give
babe,
you a
gotcha.
class for that later. But my children's father, man, he and I could be together and a girl could come up and say, hey, and be talking to him, and he looks straight ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, like to the point where I'd be like, hi. You know, he'd be like, them bitches don't need to meet you. You know, and I'd be like, yeah, but that was rude.
That sounds like Ike.
So look, Monterey B, listen, this is the thing I do not like in the black community. So she says, I like a part-time man, wealthy, and gives me a lot of space. Okay, this is the part I want to say.
Sounds like you, Tangie.
We always put the wealthy part in
Why
there.
did I say wealthy?
No, Tangie,
Well, take the wealthy out.
We all, as a black community, we always put the wealthy part in there because it's a misappropriation of what the scriptures is saying, right? Scripture says the man is to provide for his family. That's part of being a man. That provision is the guiding and wisdom. If you're a black man, the first thing you find out about a black woman is she do not need your money. That's the first thing because if you raised by a black mama, you realize that as a kid. A black woman do not need you to hustle for her or get her nothing. If one thing she's proficient at is getting money and hustling and finding a way. That is one thing she can do. What she's not necessarily proficient at or she may need help with is those guidance things. Making solid decisions on something. Advice on something. Babe, what should I do with this? I need help. Maybe she needs you to contact the garbage guy because she doesn't know how to deal with the garbage disposal being broken.
Could you get the car taken care of?
Contact the car guy because she's not too familiar with how the car.
Stuff.
Right. That's the protection the scripture is talking about. So I know a lot of black women think it's money. That's called prostitution, sweetie.
You know,
and if you think that, and the scary part about that is this: when we put that part on there, it takes away from the good man. Because now you can say this: Floyd Mayweather would be the best man out there if we're going by this definition because he got 1,000 women, he paid for them all.
He's wealthy.
You understand? But he don't provide any guidance for them. He's not sitting down dealing with those women' emotional problems. What's going on with their mother? What's going on with their little sister? He's not dealing, and that's the protection and provision you're supposed to provide.
I had a guy recently that likes me, and every time the way I met him is, it is a lot. It is a lot because you know why? I'm not sleeping with him though, but I'm trying to open up because I keep hearing that there's a man out there for me, so I'm trying to open up. But this particular guy, like when I met him, he said, I kept saying, "Well, nice to meet you. I'm gonna go sit down." He said, "Wait a minute, you don't believe me?" He put $100 in my hand. I said, "Oh, you don't have to do this." Okay, well, I'm going to go. No, you still don't believe me. He put another $100 in my hand.
What are we saying? You don't believe what?
So he said I didn't believe how much he liked me. So he kept giving me money. So that night when he met me, he gave me a lot of money. And then he didn't even ask for my number. He gave me his number. And so, of course, I called him to say thank you. And then, I probably seen him. No, but he said, "I ain't no faggot now, But but you know why? You know why he didn't last? Because the money is not enough for me. I needed.
What do you need?
Well, like this guy was talking to me when he was defending Will Smith, and he said, "Will protect you, and I'll protect you, Tangie. I'll punch out somebody." And I was like, "No, I don't need that kind of protection." Yeah, because black women haven't been protected. I said, "I don't need that kind of protection." He said, "I want you to feel safe." I said, "Listen, I feel safe with my daddy. My daddy has never fought anybody for me. You know what my daddy does? He calls me. He listens to me. He's there if I need him. If I have a question about something, he has an answer. He lets me talk. He cracks jokes when I say something that's ridiculous. It's always easy. Like when I was talking about that vaccine, Daddy did the vaccine, and he said, "Well, baby, he said if it make all of us grow a thumb on our forehead, you be the only one with no thumb. You be looking crazy." He talks to me in a way where I understand what he said, and I hang up the phone and I feel better. He talks to me about my kid. He doesn't talk at me. And that's how I feel. Like,
I talk
supposed
at
to pick
you?
up my daughter at 5:00.
Hilarious.
You know what's so crazy that you just said that before you leave, Tangie. When I was out trying to find a good woman, right?
Yes.
One of the most important things for me was to find a woman that was raised by her father.
Oh,
so that
yeah.
so because I understood that the way
It's
I
a different-
communicate,
yep.
It's different.
I don't want it to
Yeah.
be foreign to her.
Yep.
I want her
Yeah.
to be comfortable around a man
Yep.
doing man stuff
so
at the house.
Yeah,
Tangie
that's
is
very
late.
true.
So.
Yep, I'm late.
Yeah, you 20 out. They
you
on
gotta
it.
go.
It's a teacher with her right now. Like, baby, she gonna be here. I promise you.
They standing on the corner. She's holding her hand. It's gonna be all
Oh,
right.
this is the last week of school.
Give your information. Give your
Jesus.
information.
Check me out, A.Laughs on IG,
gosh.
y'all.
All right, and Tangie, give your information.
I am Tangie Ambrose everywhere, and you can reach me at heavenhightangieambrose.com if you want to send me a message after you go to my website, tangieambrose.com.
And Tangie, what have we learned?
What have we learned? We've learned that Speedy has smart children. We've learned that Nick has fighting puppies. We've learned that Vernon has a very different idea about the three wise men.
That's true.
We've learned that if Alzheimer's runs in your family, don't use the Teflon cookware. Use the stainless steel or the ceramic. We've learned that if you go out with Arnez J, you might need some money, enough money for both of you.
Right.
We've learned that in some places, Sam's is a clubhouse, but downtown it's a titty club. We've learned that if we ever go camping with A-Dot, don't wake her up for nothing stupid.
Yes, thank
Like
you.
a bear.
Yes.
Yes, and while we're camping, if it's the weekend, don't bother Nick
Yep.
Yeah.
from sundown to sundown.
I keep the
That's
Sabbath,
true.
He's a
baby.
vampire.
We've learned that if I go to the movies with anybody on the Rollout show, it needs to be Nick.
Amen.
Yep, because he's going to be ready for me. And don't ask him no dumb questions about the movie because
Yeah, I don't know either.
he doesn't know
I'm watching
either.
it with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've learned that Speedy lets his kids help with everything. He wants them to learn about everything except for unpacking.
That is true.
That's true.
We've learned that women are abusive too.
Yeah.
We've learned that Monique didn't know that D.L. Hughley's mom was in the audience. We've learned that you got to choose your programming, that you can have the marriage of your dreams, and it does not have to be the typical marriage. And remember this, y'all. A broken clock is right 2 times a day. And if that's not enough for you, please know that even a trash can gets steak every once in a while. I love y'all. And we learned that Tangie forgot about her child. Okay, I got to go.
Speedy is funny on everything. That's Speedy IZ funny on everything. Comedian Speedy on Facebook. Shout out to my partner in crime, Nick, my son, who could not do the show with. I could do the show without him. But
We out here. Shout out to Zaria for pulling up.
Yeah, Z Money.
Oh, yeah.
And shout out
She
to
was
my
one of the
niece,
smart students.
Deanna. She FaceTimed me yesterday. Shout out to DD. I'll talk to you in a minute. Love you. See you in a minute.
So if somebody see a kid with no mama, that's Tangie's daughter.
Tangie.
She on her way.
She on her way.
Your mama love you. She on her way. We out.